What the fuck is going on? We in this bitch. It's your boy Shinobi Gaines. Fly per usual. Easter weekend. Got a new guest in this building. We go by Ryan Lucy. You can tell by the haircut it's a different flavor. You know what I'm saying? We're switching it up. We got Matt the Problem per usual. Moan per usual. No Taurus, but I'm okay with it. I'm gonna address this out the gate.
Oh my god!
Come on now, yes, please. Think. I don't want to have to keep bringing it up, so keep the carpet straight.
Fucking carpet has a mind of its own.
Respect the rug.
No, it's you like to. You get weird, so you like to do shit with your feet
I'm
and
sorry,
shit.
I can't
like,
sit still for an hour, bro.
Okay, it's a guy thing. Anywho, we in this bitch. It's aim for the bushes. We talk our shit. Talk about movies. We about to really just talk about whatever today. But we're coming to you straight from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the prestigious, you know what I'm saying, home of the Mighty Ducks, per usual. That's going to be the episode name, per usual.
Okay.
Or we could probably come up with something better. But what else? Prince, Purple Rain, Bob Dylan,
Toaster,
Mall of America,
Toaster.
George Floyd protest.
Jesse Ventura,
you love trying to squeeze that one in there. The Coen Brothers, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mayo Clinic.
Jalen Suggs.
Jalen Suggs.
That's a good one, yeah.
Snap last night.
Snap with the buzzer beater from half court, really putting on. I think he might be the number one pick.
No, he's number 2 or 3.
He'll be top 5.
Cade Cunningham's number 1.
Never heard of him. Jalen Suggs. Brock Lesnar's not from here, bro.
Where's he from?
I think he's from like Fargo or North Dakota or some shit.
Come on now.
Anyways, Pacemaker. We invented Scotch tape. Any other notable things Minnesota's known for, Ryan? 10,000 lakes. We've never brought that up. How did we never bring that up?
Actually, it's 11,000.
Isn't it more like, I thought it was like 15,000, something crazy.
It's the land of 10,000 for sure.
Yeah.
But if we got more lakes, that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep saying 10,000. It's like 11,000.
Anyways, we can start out with the guest, Ryan, to the show. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate y'all having me.
What's going on in your life?
Nothing, man. I heard y'all were starting this podcast and figured I want to hop on here. So
I've been meaning to get him in on here. He was supposed to step in and fill in a while, but he's turned it down. So I'm glad you can
wait for another Taurus absence.
I'm glad you could make time today. Yeah, you're right. It is inevitable. Where were you? Were you out of town or something?
Yeah, I have some family who lives down in Florida, so I was down there for the weekend.
Florida, look at you trying to get to Florida. You trying to be in Florida.
My dad lives down there, so it's
what part?
Like Fort Myers, Naples area.
How far is that from Tampa Bay?
It's like 2 hours south.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Miami? So
it's like the southwest part of the state, so it's like an hour and a half. What would that be? West of Miami.
Mm.
And then like 2 hours south of Tampa, so like
Love
all
me
the way
some
bottom
Miami.
left. It was a little chilly, to be honest. It was crazy. Like when I left there today, it was like the same temperature here as it was there.
Really?
So we're getting some warm weather, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah,
about it. Nice.
we could probably get to Florida soon. Maybe, I don't know. What's going on with you, Matt? How's the week been treating you?
The week?
What was the most eventful thing? Switching the brakes for me, or what?
Yeah, that was definitely the most eventful. I mean, I had the Easter stuff yesterday at my grandma's and stuff. So
nice.
if you want to count that.
Did you paint eggs and shit?
Nah, my kids went and found eggs in the yard. That's about it.
Classic.
No, I didn't hide them. No, I was doing laundry actually.
So you weren't even participating.
I mean, I was out there for when they were looking for them. I didn't hide them, no.
How did it make you feel? Like to see them doing some of the shit you were doing as a kid. Were you doing that as a kid?
Yeah, I did as a kid. I don't know if I think about it, to be honest, that way.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. But my kids are still so young, so that it's like, we didn't do really anything for them. My mom got some little plastic eggs, filled them with jelly beans and shit, shook them up, let them play around with them. But I'd be interested to see how he reacts or acts with these holidays here coming up, because he'll be 3, he'll be more understanding what's going on, but they're basically just doing the same shit we did, same cycle. So
I remember my grandparents used to put like pennies and quarters in
Yeah.
the eggs,
Yep,
and I thought
yep.
that was like find a quarter with like a $1 bill. That was like a big
Jackpot.
deal. Yeah.
My kids got that. Yep, they got like $16 worth of
Yeah.
change and $1 bills.
see, that happened
Ballin'.
with me like for a minute, and then my mom just like started doing Easter baskets and putting like a pair of socks or some shit in there, or like, you know. But you know, one time I had like the illest Patty's Day, St. Patrick's Day, where I was young and fucking had little 4-leaf clovers all in the house and shit. The only time anything ever happened for St. Patrick's
I was
Day,
gonna say I never did anything for that day.
but ended up finding some money. You know what I mean? Pot of gold, but it was like $20 for a little kid. That was a big deal.
$20 is like $100.
Hell yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on with you, Mo?
Nothing much. Same shit. Different day.
What's different about the day that's the same?
What's different? I got a Warzone win
With who?
with
With you.
Soy. Yeah.
Ooh, chest crack. My chest
That
crack.
said who? That's about it. Nothing new.
That's
Soon-
all you did for this weekend? You didn't do nothing for Easter?
Watched a few. No, I didn't. I honestly forgot it was Easter today.
Mm.
I just woke up, got on the game. for a few.
We don't know when this episode's releasing, so we don't know if today's Easter.
True.
So we'll edit that part out. Anyways, it's the 7th official episode. I'm not doing none of that camera angle switching shit. Y'all can see my fly from there. I won't bring up the outfit too many times. Ryan said he's got the same exact one, so it's not even crazy like that, but it's different for y'all.
So would it be crazy if you didn't have the same outfit? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Does that make sense though?
No, we just feel underdressed.
I don't think
that's
it
all.
did,
We didn't
no.
get the memo.
They are a little underdressed. And I did that on purpose, you know, just so y'all could feel a certain way about yourselves, and then you guys could kind of figure that out, you know.
So
Well-
you bringing us down is what you're saying.
No. It's it's mental test. It's like you see something, right, and you realize you're not that, but you have to make your own breakthrough.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Trying
mean?
to build our self-esteem.
Fuck is
Exactly.
I got you. All right,
Exactly.
all right. We appreciate that. Yeah.
I look good.
I mean, there you go. He's already
It's
made
tough
it through.
love.
He's made it through.
This is-
As far as what I did, I actually did fly shit. So, I got my first fire cupping Chinese massage.
For real?
Fuck is that?
My back's got like a ton of spots all over the shit. But I felt like a fucking G out when
Some
I
of
was
the shit that leaves like the little like red circles all
red
over.
circles. So they put the cups on you, and I don't know if they put the fire. I heard the light match. You know, I heard the lighter like clicking, flicking. Put the fucking, felt like a whole bunch of light bulbs on my back, and when they came off, it was just like crazy kind of feeling. It's not like super intense, but you could feel the difference. The massage was legit. Shout out to Northeast Wellness. I think that's what it's called.
What made you want to get a cupping massage?
Picture that shit.
A lot of the fighters do it, and my body has been like super kind of worn down from all this training and shit, so I figured I needed to just treat myself, maintenance, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But yeah, I didn't even get to see what it looked like on my back, but I'm assuming it looked like that.
So what is it like? They heat it up and it just like it's
I
like a
don't-
suction
I-
cup, like a heated suction cup.
I almost feel like there's fire on the inside.
It
and
looks a lot like this right
Let's
here, I
put
know,
these on though.
which is crazy.
Oh, okay.
that is a bit nuts.
That shit looks like it fucking hurts.
It's
don't
just
think it
weird. It
does,
doesn't
though.
hurt. It's like it just feels a little awkward, but that's kind of how my back looks right there. A bunch of spots all over it, bunch of big ass pepperonis, you know, on the back.
It's your favorite. Was it relaxing?
Be careful right here. Be careful. Was it relaxing? Yeah. No, the massage was legit. Had
Did
a
they
little,
give you like a massage too, or is it just the fire cup?
the massage. She gave me the massage too before the fire cups even went down. But
Was it a man?
No. You know what?
Is there a problem with male masseuses?
I kept thinking about the episode from Entourage. Have you ever seen the Entourage?
Yeah.
Where the brother, I forget his name, but he
Drama?
like going crazy over. He's going crazy over his male masseuse.
Yeah.
Like he's got magic hands, and he's like following them and stalking them and shit. But her hands were legit. Her name was Nicolette.
That's
So
hard.
you know where she's from.
Nicolette.
She's from like Slavic territory, carpet.
Oh, I was saying. I was thinking you were talking about Nicolette Avenue.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like Nicolette, but it's Nicolette. She's like, I'm Nicolette, you know. So you know what
Kind
kind
of
of.
don't like looking at this. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of disturbing.
This is it's like seeing a whole
Like
bunch
this
of hoes.
picture right here.
See,
like
like-
that
You
looks.
see like athletes and stuff.
Like you just
watch,
wanna-
like, basketball
You know,
games and shit, you
athletes
see it-
do this, yeah.
You see it have like the little spots. and
Yeah,
stuff
I
on
gotta.
it.
Like my
MMA fighters and stuff. You see a lot of MMA
My
Yeah.
fighters.
girl's a
have it.
masseuse and she's done this type of stuff.
It's
but,
becoming
like,
a thing. It's like they're doing it all over. Like people do it for a reason. But she told me, long story short, it like gets the blood and then spreads it, and then like also like it spreads your chi. We got to talk about chi, so you know that hits
That's
home.
sick.
I thought you said cheek at
Cheeks.
first too, bro. That was close.
Spread your cheeks.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
No, but spreading the chi, you know, get it to flow a little bit better, and then it makes your muscles a little more alert, attentive, just feel better. It's like an athlete thing. But she tried to talk me into some like spiritual activation after the fact. Like
You should just went for it.
she's like, I got a wand. I can give you like your divine purpose from God. It got
you
pretty.
you didn't go for it?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm slightly interested to just see what she's talking about.
Is that what they call happy endings now?
Probably.
This might be, you guys
No.
might already touched on this. Might be a good segue for your boy Deshaun Watson.
Oh, is that where you look at you trying to get in his? He's trying to
I'm
get in
just-
his football bag.
No, I was
Look
just
at
saying
him.
we're talking massages. I mean that's a pretty
It is a good
in the
segue.
news. We can finish up with this so we can get back to that.
I mean, there's nothing else really else to say. It was a good thing. I recommend people spend more time doing maintenance on themselves, on their body.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out.
But should we talk about Deshaun Watson? Yeah, let's do it. Other than that, have I done anything? One thing, I got some good news on some investments. We'll talk about that. That's another segue. While we got you here, we can get in that bag. Got some great news on some investment property shit. That's things are going my way.
Very good.
So
That's good. bro.
episode 7, we're gonna just come strong like
Seven's
that.
lucky number.
W.
There you go.
But yeah, as far as Deshaun Watson, it went from what, 3 cases to 16 cases?
Shit, it's like
It's like
up
21 or
yeah, it's
something.
like
now, I
up
think.
over
Last thing
20
I
now.
read
Yeah.
Wow.
Last thing I
So,
read, it was 19.
Yeah, I
20.
think-
God damn.
so for those who don't know, Deshaun Watson, football player, quarterback for the Houston Texans, wanted a trade out of the city, didn't like how the organization was handling things. And this is what's weird for me, is just timely. During all this shit of him trying to get out of a team, we go from 3 alleged quiet allegations
Yeah.
to 20 allegations of sexual assault with mostly massage therapists.
All with massage therapists. Yeah, I believe just about at least all the allegations that have came out.
Why is this nigga seeing 20 different massage therapists?
Yeah,
That
that's-
is weird.
So yeah,
Right.
that's-
He hasn't moved at all.
So the crazy part is what you were talking about, David, is like all of a sudden he's trying to get a trade and now all this stuff's coming out. Everything
Yeah.
was squeaky clean and all of a sudden now.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that's for one. But then for two, but not only was there 20 allegations, but there was like an additional 15 masseuses that came out on his behalf. Like separate ones.
right.
So there was like over like
On
30,
his behalf.
like on his behalf saying like, look,
That
we've
said
given
he's
him
legit, yeah.
massages and he's been nothing but
He
professional.
sees a lot of massage therapists.
So yeah, we're talking 30 to 40 different.
He's trying to he's just trying to see who's got the juice, you know.
It's like it's so weird. Why?
I
you
feel
getting-
like when you find one though, it's like, why even play with it?
and he's been in the same city for like what 5 or 6 years now too, right? So it's not like
And it's Houston. It's not like, come on, how much shit is going down in Houston, you know?
I mean, I don't know. It's just a little weird. He has that many different masseuse.
Massage therapist.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, I get it being an athlete, and that's football, so they're taking they need it. I would say not even just like massage therapy, but physical therapy in general. But
he definitely probably gets them more often than like we would. But it's still they have like 40 different
let's
therapists.
just be honest, okay? Let's just be honest. So yes, today when I was getting a massage, I did have to conversate with my dick. You know what I mean?
That's a natural thing. I don't think.
And just make sure we're chill and we're calm.
Yeah.
I can easily see how a nigga could really like
let his dick
get to going wild during a massage session. You know what I mean? All kind of thoughts.
I bet you if you talk to the massage therapist, they probably tell you it's a common occurrence.
Yeah, I was thinking like there's got to be a lot of.
I mean, they're touching a whole bunch of muscles.
Farting is probably a common thing, but I held my shit. Okay.
You had to fart the whole time.
When she got down to the glutes, it was almost like we might have to let this go slowly.
It's a relaxer.
She started queefing back there.
This fucking guy. This guy.
Always.
Dick didn't get hard though. You know what I'm saying?
But you had to talk.
No, actually, I did a really good job. I was proud of myself because I've had massages before, and you got to keep your mind.
Yeah.
It can just go crazy, especially when you get one of those ones that you don't know what she's on. Accidentally touching it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I think. Obviously, we're talking 20 times with Deshaun Watson.
She's on.
But yeah, I mean, he probably thinks he probably gets pretty much any girl he wants. He's there getting a massage.
But why do it through? Okay. I mean, I was thinking about that too. So I was thinking like, damn, like, cause the chick who did my massage, like, not very attractive, skinny, Slavic.
I mean, the dick doesn't care about that though.
No, I was
it definitely
thinking,
makes a difference, doesn't it? Don't you think?
It makes
if you have some, she's just bad as fuck. Scarlett Johansson, you're talking about.
My dick cares a lot about that.
You're probably more likely to get hard.
When you're getting a massage, your dick can get hard from just that, and then you start getting thoughts and shit.
Yeah, but if she's bad, it's gonna be.
So this was my thinking because if she is bad, right? Your face is down. You're not seeing. You know what I mean?
No,
right.
you could face up too, though.
But you could. But check this out. I'm thinking, this bitch has got a skill. I'm like,
you're trying to see what them hands do. What you're saying?
I'm like, no. This bitch has a skill. I can work with this. If I could get one of these every day, that'd be beneficial. That'd be big time.
Yeah.
This is a skill, so she could skill her way with her whatever she's good at into some sex.
Yeah.
So props to her, but I'm sure she's not thinking that.
You don't know what they're on to.
You don't.
They're looking for some extra money.
People are weird, you know what I'm saying? And you just got to really be careful. But Deshaun Watson being a professional athlete making so many millions, people are just irresponsible. Like,
see, I don't be trusting stories like this.
I just say I don't believe none of that stuff until you see
I think the timing is definitely questionable.
There's been so many, not athletes necessarily, but like just celebrities who get called out for stuff like that just to try to get money.
All it takes is one person.
So I guess I caught myself. I was hopping on the
jumping the gun a little bit.
I was hopping on the this nigga did it type shit.
Yeah.
But because it's something that's so easy to do. If I was Deshaun Watson, I have his predicament, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me get my massage therapist to blow me and fuck on her, let me, whatever. Pretty easy thing to happen.
Well, he was like looking him up on like Instagram and shit like that too.
And that's what makes me but weren't text messages released?
Either text message or DMs, yeah, one of the two.
Of basically making him guilty, right?
Well, it
apologizing and shit.
Just didn't put him in the best light. Yeah.
What were they saying?
He just was like one of them was something about. You could probably pull it up. Something about like.
Yeah, pull it up.
Sorry that I didn't make
Deshaun
you feel
text
uncomfortable
messages.
or something like that. Like, let me know if you want to work together again or something. I don't know. It's just
text messages.
It's actually something that shouldn't be sent.
But I mean, I could see like, imagine if you inadvertently did that, and you truly were sorry.
How do you inadvertently?
No, I'm saying like
do that though. Like,
all of a sudden, let's say you get a hard or something like that in a massage.
Is that
and she takes it the wrong way.
But that's the thing is the nigga's just getting too free. The nigga's getting too free.
No, I'm saying
if I can keep myself from not getting hard, he can.
Is that a sexual allegation though?
You think so?
Yeah, because he's got access to tons of pussy, so he should be not phased. You know what I mean?
I mean,
and he's really there to get his shit like really like let's work on my shit real quick. I know Houston is so big. I moved here from Wisconsin and I'm still getting used to it. I'm more of a Swedish guy. Are you working tomorrow?
With the glute area?
That's him. He's the one in the black.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
I mean, that's not. I mean,
doesn't look good.
That's a legit question. I mean,
it is. Yeah. I mean,
I didn't even ask that, and I got a glute, some glute attention. I got some glute attention.
Just say yes.
Is that all of it? Is that the worst of it?
That's just the most recent one.
Yeah, there's more of them.
Come on, let's get the juice, bro.
I know. I just saw that it's most. I figured they would have both of them in there.
Lawyer posts alleged text messages.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The fact that he's getting.
That's the same one.
See if you could swipe to the right on that arrow right there. Right there.
Oh, good point. Yep.
Okay, 245 here. Sorry about you feeling uncomfortable. Never were the intentions. Let me know if you want to work in the future. My apologies. That nigga sound like he did some dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe she was just like.
Hold that up. Okay.
I mean, maybe his dick got hard.
So I actually got a homie. Shout out to Bryce. He used to be a massage therapist. And he told me, and actually, I'm not gonna put everything out there, but he told me that sometimes people, even the women, be doing certain things, making certain moves.
I can see it.
So people do, you get all kind of people, all kind of fucking weirdos. You know what I'm saying? People that just need. And just because you got money too, also doesn't mean you're not a weirdo. Sometimes people get this money and they just feel empowered to do more fuck shit, you know what I mean? And I can look in Deshaun Watson's face, like at first I couldn't, but then as I look deeper into his eyes, I could see some weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, he probably feels
We gonna let that one go?
a bit entitled,
Let it go how? Is that not fair?
Talking about you saying deep.
I mean,
looking deep into his eyes.
Yeah.
Through a picture, on a picture. I've never been face to face with him, obviously.
Nice. Yeah, well,
You saw opportunity.
Yeah.
Anyways, is it true or is it not true?
I don't know. There's some other stuff to it too. I think like the lawyer that's like defending these women happens to be.
It's one lawyer, right?
Yeah, it happens
Just
to be
racking
like
it up.
the next door neighbor of the owner of the Texans.
Just racking it up.
So obviously there's some underlying stuff.
It's
there
gotta
too,
be.
I didn't know that.
I think
that is
it's
kind of crazy.
Or like they used to be like neighbors or something like that, like next door neighbors.
I think it's true, but it's also perfect timing, and I think.
So you think he did it?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Some of it.
I bet
So
you
what are
it's.
they saying that
I
he
bet
did?
you it's in the middle.
Just
I
made
bet
him
you it's.
uncomfortable?
I bet you it's
trying to
kind
get
of
some
true.
It's right
but
in
it's
the
like
middle.
they didn't have a problem with it.
And
you know what I
those
mean?
lines are so gray. Like
Right.
in a massage, like a nigga might get hard.
Is that
you know what I
sexual
mean?
assault? Asking a girl for some head?
But I heard of head. I heard.
Come on, bro.
Didn't one
What happened to
chick
freedom
came
of
out?
speech?
Didn't one chick come out and say, "Yeah, I blew him a couple times."
I didn't hear about that.
It was Deshaun Watson. I didn't want to know what to do, so I just blew him.
I didn't know what to do, so
I didn't know what to do, so I just put his dick in my mouth.
I was nervous. I just had to do it.
That's what I heard. Tyler, you said that to
No
me, so
pressure.
hopefully that's factual, and I'm not just on here sounding dumb.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is like, look, they probably knew about all this, the Texans,
Of course,
but
they
it's
knew.
like let's only drop it when he's trying to leave.
They probably had no intentions to drop it.
That's what I'm saying.
They're just like,
their
fuck
guy.
this nigga. Because ESPN was just shitting all over the Texans.
Yeah.
From them letting go of Hopkins,
Yep.
and then J.J. Watt got up out of there.
Everybody wants to go now.
And now, it's just looking real bad for the Texans. So
Their
this is
owners.
a nice way to kind of get
Take the
that
attention
heat
off
off of
that.
them. You know what I mean? So now it's I think they are successful in that. Even if all this shit goes away, which I'm sure it'll settle.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
successful in that till like a 1-15 next year.
I'm
Then they won't be.
I'm sure
Sorry,
that
1-16.
all these chicks, if needed, will take $1 million suits. Settles, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But he's dumb for not, like, if he was acting reckless, knowing, like, I just don't get it.
This kind of goes back to like a underlying point for me. It's like when you're famous, you got this much money, just get a masseuse, man.
Like a personal one, right?
That's what Shannon Sharp was talking about. Like, I got the same one.
Yeah, because you know, and then if something
he's like 50.
I love Shannon Sharp, bro.
He be wild.
I don't like him.
Shit, you don't
like
Sharp?
I like him better than all of them. Stephen A.
Says too much dumb shit.
Stephen A. I don't like Stephen A. Smith.
He reminds me of my dad. Like if my dad was an athlete,
Stephen
and
A. Smith,
when he does the picture like the do-rag and the black and mild.
Oh my god! I mean, that's fucking G.
Stephen A.'s got some really bad takes though. That's the
all those takes.
Sometimes he's got some good takes, but
I'm
sometimes
tired of Stephen A.'s like whole. I can just see his like his showman shit.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Like,
that's all it is.
We're doing the old shuck and jive.
It's
Stephen A.
Yeah. He ain't actually
with the
like
little. I don't know.
I've seen him in clips, from
that.
like not on Sports Center and shit. And he seems like a cool ass dude. So I think he's completely different than what he is on camera.
Oh yeah, it's all about clicks.
All right, I got enough of that. I'm cool with that. I think he kind of did some of it. I think it's also good for the Texans, and we'll see what happens. I don't think anything. His name's staying, their name's staying. He'll get another contract from.
We don't got to worry about Nicoletta, do we?
Nicolette.
Nicolette.
I don't know yet.
Nicolette.
I don't know yet. I mean, we had some. She started talking about divine purpose from God and shit with a magic wand that was blessed and all this shit. And
did you see the wand?
It was a little out of my realm.
It was in his pants.
She started talking about coda, genetic.
How did it get that far in the conversation?
DNA, bro. This was at the end.
How long were you in there for?
It was an hour session. Good job though. Props to her. Gave her a decent tip. You know what I mean? May come back.
All right.
Other than that, what else we got to talk about? What happened? I mean, we got the George Floyd shit that we can. I don't think I'm quite ready to go there yet.
DMX.
Oh
yeah.
DMX.
Yep.
So what's the state on DMX right now?
His lawyer basically said.
You want to pull it up, Matt?
Yeah.
He was on life support, but then he got off life
I'm gonna
support.
look this up because these guys have been covering it.
I hate TMZ.
I do too, but they get their.
That's the problem is that a lot of times
they're just.
But they get it first, man.
Right, yeah.
They really
He's
do get it
quite
first.
ill.
I just have a TMZ person on every blocker.
From what I heard was he OD'd.
They get it in like a nasty way sometimes too, you know. Like,
yeah.
So he OD'd. He had a heart attack.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Brain was deprived from oxygen for a good minute,
He
so
he's deprived for 30 minutes.
They said that he's better now, but he's still. It's not like he's gonna be himself.
I thought there was like. I don't know if what I just said was just all mumbling or not, but yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. I thought that they said he was like low brain activity.
They said he was deprived from oxygen for 30 minutes.
Right, which basically ruins your brain.
Yeah.
So basically, he's just fucked right now.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably be like a high level stroke or some shit where he's just.
I mean, even if they're saying even if he can like come back to being off life support, he's gonna.
I thought they took him off life support.
Did they?
That's what I.
His
like he's off life support, but
his life
but he's
support.
breathing, right?
But
so he's breathing on
he
his
made
own.
a mistake. That he's still on life support.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. I was gonna say,
Did they say what it was? What was the drug? Did we hear that?
That gotta be fucking.
No, I don't think
I don't
they
even
came
think
out
it was.
with
I
that.
don't even think.
I thought they said it was an overdose.
It was OD. Yeah, it was OD.
I don't really think that happened.
I said when I got the information, it said DMX in hospitalized for overdose.
Yeah.
On life support.
When they've released what
right there.
he was overdosed from?
Apparent drug.
Or,
They never do.
They never do.
Right
I
away,
mean,
at least.
it's been 2 days.
They never released
Yeah,
that.
but they don't because then
So
you're
what do
gonna.
we
Yeah, because
it can't be
came from like a
cocaine.
doctor
You can't.
or something.
I thought he had a
I mean,
heart
it
attack,
can be
right?
cocaine, but yeah, is it a heart attack or is it an
They
overdose?
said it was a heart attack.
The overdose caused a heart attack.
Yeah.
So with his age, I mean, it could have
Overdose
been
had a heart
anything.
attack.
What is he, like 50?
Yeah, he's
Right?
50.
If he's snorting coke, it could definitely be that. But
feel like
smoking crack, I don't know if you can necessarily
get a heart attack from that.
like OD on.
That was
it.
my thought too.
If you're dealing with like pills and oxys and
I was
consuming
gonna
them,
say it's usually
you could do
pills.
that.
Leanish.
Fentanyl is a big
If I had to
component
guess, I'd
in
say
this.
it's some
Some
sort of
shit in
pills.
the coke.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'll never.
I feel like it has to be that too, because it was crack that he was.
He was known for being a
Right?
crackhead.
Yeah.
But the game has changed.
No, I figured. I was like, I don't think that he OD'd on crack. And
The
had a heart
game has
attack.
changed, but the players are the same, baby. You know what I mean? Like, crack is out, but heroin's back.
Worse shits.
Heroin's back in.
Lean.
fentanyl's creeping in all these little drugs, Xannies, you know what I'm saying? The crackheads is still alive and well. They just don't know it, you know?
In a different way.
Well,
but it's tough to see DMX. I'm going to be honest, you know, just given my life and, you know, experiences with death, this doesn't really bother me. You know what I mean? He's 50 years old.
So it doesn't bother you?
No, like he's 50. I mean, he's
that's
probably
still relatively young, though.
It's young. I mean,
he's lived a full ass life, bro.
And he's
old enough to be a grandfather.
And he's done it to himself, to be
and
honest.
And you know, but I do, from firsthand experience, not me doing it, but being, you know, with parents and with family and just seeing people growing up. Addiction is a real thing, and that people, it's tough to deal with. But there's a gap where I necessarily can't. I don't deal with these issues. I never have. I've cut shit off before it's gotten too crazy. So, and as everybody knows, I'm sober now. So it's tough for me to relate. If you know something's bad for your health, you know, going in every time, this could happen.
It seems like he was doing pretty good these last few years.
Right. Yeah. I thought he was.
That story just there said I think he checked himself into a rehab facility in 2019.
Yeah.
So he's been trying, you know, and he's been trying to get his life straight with, you know, God has been a big staple of everything that he's been trying to do and some of his speeches. And so I respect him. He obviously huge in the game, affected a lot of people. He's D-Rider's fucking favorite rapper.
That's the first thing I thought about when I was
D-Rider,
man.
This
This guy.
won't let him go.
But he's lived the full life, you know what I'm saying? And if you are making these choices still into your 50s, you know, it's bound to happen. I mean, it's your health. You're playing with your health. Mm-hmm. Not only your health, but your mind at this point. And you just got to hope that people can really fight that battle against addiction, which obviously he's been dealing with it for. He's got a troubled life story from what I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to judge him. You know what I mean? I'm just, if it's his time, I hate to say it, I'm at peace. It's not my place to be, but I'm at, you know, it's not gonna wreck me like it did with Nipsey or like it did with.
Yeah, because that wasn't like they're doing is what you're saying. That's what you're coming from. Is like somebody else. It was at the hands of somebody else.
He's definitely a legend.
Or Kobe,
I watched all of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kobe's death. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even a Kobe fan, you know, and that hurt me a little bit. This, I wish the best for him and his family.
It's gonna hurt to see, you know.
Yeah, it's just tough.
Cause it's DMX at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I love everything he contributed to the game, you know, with the movies, with his personality, his demeanor, his music.
Hip hop definitely needs a DMX,
but
type person.
You know, we had him. He was here. I'm pretty sure he's had children. You know what I mean?
We had like 8 kids.
So you know, I think he's got to be a grandfather.
Despite his fucked up life, he became a legend.
Right.
Oh,
so props to him on that. You know. Excuse me for sounding. What is that? What's the word?
Insensitive.
Somber.
Insensitive.
I don't know. Yeah, somber. Yeah, that could be good words for it too. Yeah, I just think addiction in general. You know, I mean, we all know people that have been addicted to something. You know.
Yeah.
Close to us, and it's tough. You know, everybody deals with it a little differently. It's tough.
It is. It's but it's not something to play. People have the information now. You know what I mean? People know what these things can do. You know. You know. Hopefully, all these people dying, like all these young rappers, Lil Peep, Lil Juice WRLD,
XX.
you know. XX was a murder, but I'm saying like all these people dying from drugs, you know, it's just nothing is gonna stop the people from doing drugs, which is insane.
Yeah.
But I hope in the music, that's why the music I'm listening to, you know, niggas talking about jogs, talking about health, you know what I'm saying? Like
I blame Future.
I
Credit
think
scores.
Huh?
I blame Future.
I'm not gonna actually no. Really, the one that I think started was probably Wayne.
It was Lil Wayne, and I think we said that on the last episode. He's the father of being a druggie and making it cool.
He would probably even admit that. I bet.
Yeah, he'd make it sound cool too. He'd be like, "Yeah, I started doing all these drugs," you know, like, but I'm the one who started this shit, you know, or made it cool, anyways. But I don't know. That's all I got to say on that.
Prayers up. Hope he gets better. I mean,
he's a warrior.
Think he's gonna come through? I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't already in like the best. I watched the interview with him from like a year ago. You were talking about with like the, religious stuff. I watched the interview with him probably about around a year ago, and you could just tell
he's been fighting this whole time.
Even though he's 50, he's lived the life of like an 80-year-old.
I watched that interview with him and the rapper.
Joe Budden?
Nah.
I think this might be the same one I watched.
Drink Champions or whatever.
Oh, Noriega?
Yeah, he sounded.
Nori?
He sounded okay.
Oh man, mine was a different one then.
I gotta probably watch that.
It was like a 2-hour sit down.
Well, they all are. They're all 2-hour sit downs.
Yeah, well, the last one was like 4 hours with him and Cameron.
Ooh. Well, Matt, I haven't heard you really speak on it.
I don't really feel the type of way about it, to be honest with you.
All Matt wants to talk about is NF and fucking Tech 9.
That's not true at all. He brought that up. I didn't bring that up.
Hey, DMX is a top.
I don't know. I just don't really feel a type of way about it. It's not going to affect me either way.
The last episode got flagged because we had that NF song in there. And
I saw that.
The Hobson song.
You're only supposed to play a clip.
How do we keep bringing these same niggas up in same
fucking group chat
every fucking episode? Oh my god. They dropped the track. Segway. Rest in peace, DMX. He's not dead yet, so
come on, bro.
He's not dead yet.
Edit.
That's not, you know what I'm saying? That was an accident. But get better.
Oof. Top 10 rapper of all time.
We'll just let that lay.
We're just gonna let that lay. Let that go.
NF and them. I didn't peep the track. I don't want to hear the track, but let me hear y'all talk about it.
Tech 9 got the fuck off.
That's my dog. One of my dogs.
Tech 9 did have a harder verse, yeah.
Yeah, one of the greatest.
He's better rapper.
Syllable rappers of all time.
Yeah, syllables.
And he had the style. What am I looking for? The cadence. He had a cadence.
He just did his Tech 9 thing. It was the same thing he always does.
Same thing.
He made the song, but NF snapped too though.
Tech 9's he's the father of a lot of these niggas out here too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see him being
one
like
of the people where you know you have to.
I think Tech's approaching 52.
He's old. He's up there. Yep. He's older than.
This nigga's 50 out here, still killing it, still getting on tracks with young niggas, still killing them.
Mm-hmm.
He's the king of this underground shit, bro.
And it's people I don't express that enough, but I do have he's in my top 5. Tech was he's jumped in and out the top 5 because I've never said this, but the nigga's damn near too consistent with music. He's too consistent.
Tech 9?
Yeah. Two albums every year. He's doing 2 albums every year.
That's what he does, man. He raps.
It's too much.
He just raps.
It's damn near too much. Like I almost need a 3-year layoff. You know
just
what I'm
to
saying?
Get some hype,
and then they'll be like, Tech's coming back.
That used to be a thing, though. I mean, you look at like some of the older rappers, like Ludacris. And
the best artists do that.
T.I. and all. They came out every year. Every year they came out with an album. And now it's like you might get one every 3 years from some of the.
It was like a year and a half every, maybe 2. They had let their shit. Back then the songs could ride for a long time.
Like the radio and shit.
Ride for like 2.
You could have hits on one album riding you for a whole year.
Yeah.
But I'm saying now, like the top artists, it's like 3 years between albums sometimes.
I think it was that way. Like Eminem, he went.
Oh, I am.
Oh.
I'm just saying that's his guy.
Everybody knows.
That's your guy.
No, but it's Moan's guy too.
Moan's guy too. Even more than me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, why is it me?
I suppose he waited a little bit.
I think he came back to back with his first 2, and then Eminem show it was like a 3 because I remember it was like 3 years. I'm like, where the fuck is this nigga Eminem? And it was that Guess Who's Back, and who else? Jay-Z was kind of that way. Nas was kind of that way. When they first come out, they drop like back to back. You know what I mean? 1, 2, maybe.
Because you got to get the money while you're hot.
Once they're seasoned in the game, though, they be really taking their time.
Shit for I can come out with some shit every 2 years.
Kendrick Lamar's like every 3-4 years. You know what I mean?
When's the last time he dropped something?
Damn.
That was
No, he dropped one after Damn.
It was the Black Panther soundtrack.
Does that count though?
Yeah, but
I don't think it was his album.
He did have a lot on there.
He executive produced it.
Yeah, but I'm talking like a
solo album.
And the hits were his. Basically everything that was on the radio, he was. I count it as a little mini project.
Yeah, but as far as like a solo album is concerned, it's
of course.
was like what?
Damn was
17?
20. That was like 17.
I was in LA when that came out.
Ago.
So it was like 2018.
That's crazy.
So
J. Cole kind of does the same.
J. Cole's taking a long time too, but
this shit was 18.
If I was them, what's the? You know what's crazy is I read the book you just asked me. The 48 Laws of Power states that I'd rather one of the laws, can't remember the number, wish I knew it so I could sound cooler, but rather say where have you been than ask me why am I here? You know, why are you here? It's like, well, where have you been?
Yeah, I feel it.
We missed you.
You know, yeah.
I mean, that's how you get
just a little egg, a little Easter egg.
There you go.
But what are we talking about right now? We're talking about.
We started with the NF Tech 9 thing, then we moved into.
Okay, so other than that, the track was dope. How did NF hold up? Did he?
NF did NF things. So
it's crazy because I'm learning about this nigga as we're doing this pod, like, which is insane.
For you, like,
I know, on the way to Miami, I couldn't. It was way too depressing.
Get the shit out of my fucking ear, bro.
It was too depressing, and I'm on a flight to Miami. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't hear about the.
Wasn't really fitting for the situation.
It sounded like the nigga was really hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see the palm trees and the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Could have played some lively shit for you.
I don't think he has it.
He doesn't.
But anyways, so what you guys get a track out of a 5? 5 mics.
5.
5 mics. I'll give it a 4.
5.
A 4.
Them niggas snapped off.
You give it a 5.
Yes.
I wish Taurus was here for this.
Sorry.
I don't know if I could step in with
Taurus would have gave it a -2.
That shit
and it hadn't even heard it yet.
He'd be like, that shit sucked dick and it stink.
Faggots, get that shit out of here.
Hey man, you got to be careful with those words on there, bro.
Fucking YouTube.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit that shit out, bro.
Hey.
I keep saying we are not gay bashing, bro. This is the age of politically correctness.
I know, everybody's sensitive.
It might be a good set. Well, we don't have to talk about that.
What you got to talk about on that?
No, that might be a little too.
No. We take it off.
That the stuff in Georgia with like the.
What's going on in Georgia?
I don't know anything about
they
that.
like. Oh, see, now you guys gotta be talking about some really serious shit.
Let's do it.
Talk about it.
Let's get in that bag.
They like aren't allowing like transgender people to like vote or so. I don't know, some shit.
Oh, I
Some
did see,
voting-
because that's why they took the All-Star game out of Atlanta,
you know,
right?
Georgia. It's like
Did they take the All-Star game out of Atlanta?
The voting.
Baseball
Baseball
All-Star
All-Star game.
Why?
Oh, who cares?
That's not right.
Fucking cares.
yeah.
Wow, look at them trying to be
Well, I mean,
proactive.
to be honest with you,
Look at
they
them
probably
trying
it's still a source of revenue, so they probably care a little bit.
That's a lot of money.
Something with the voting.
There's no
law.
way that's a ton of
I didn't
money.
look
The
into
All-Star,
it
that's a
very
lot of money,
hard.
right?
Not the
goes it?
baseball game.
It's still it's revenue.
The
Bro.
All-Star game be looking like a regular fucking baseball game.
Hold on. Here's a breakdown.
Plus, it's Atlanta. I think
Hold on,
Atlanta
you're
baseball's. Atlanta's probably.
All right,
baseball
Georgia voting law. Civil rights advocates. Okay, on Thursday, Brian Kemp signed a complex and controversial bill that sweeping changes.
See, I didn't read anything. I didn't know about the gender thing.
No, I might have misspoke on that.
I was say
It
there was
something.
it was like not bringing water and snacks to the people in line, and it like the way you register, or not allowing certain people to register. But I didn't know it. I didn't read it in depth.
Maybe the transgender thing. Was
It's
something
black
else.
voters, bro. What do y'all got on here, bro? Is this shit even legit?
Yeah, it is.
It's legit.
They're making a big deal about it.
It's your host.
So somebody tell me what the fuck is going on, because I don't know what's going on.
I don't know nothing.
I don't
Bill
know. Like I said,
requires
I didn't read
early
into it
voting
much.
from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, so what it's saying is that they've made some laws that make it tougher for people of color to vote.
Really?
Is that even a thing? Still?
How?
Color?
I mean,
You know
Atlanta.
what I mean? Black people.
No, I'm saying like I
Voters
didn't know
have
that
to
was still a
provide an
thing
application to
I
vote
didn't know we were still
absentee.
called color.
Oh, they trying to keep their like. This
Well,
is
I don't know if they
Did
Yeah.
Georgia vote Democrat this year? Oh, they did. I think that was big news. Georgia became a Democratic vote.
Barely, yeah.
Oh, so they're pissed.
They're pissed, yeah. That's what it is.
They're pissed.
Yeah, there you go.
Like they hold up. These niggas is getting wild with these votes out here. Niggas is voting. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the game. I see the game. But I ain't really got much to say on that. That's typical. It doesn't sound like it's passed.
I
It's
just don't give a fuck about it.
it's just a I don't think that's new law.
I just don't give a
I
fuck
think-
about
I think they
voting.
did
So,
pass
see,
some
there
new
you go.
laws
Have you
that-
ever voted?
Double nigga, no.
Basically,
Once.
the point is what they're saying is that these laws
Never even thought
are
about
only going to affect people in like.
So governor recently signed a major election and voting related omnibus bill into law. Oh, so it's official.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already. Yeah, that's why they pulled it.
They ain't playing no games out there. They're trying to get their state back. I mean, Atlanta took over that state a long time ago. Don't
fact check.
When you think of Georgia,
no, thank you.
When you think of Georgia, you think of Atlanta. You don't think of nothing else.
Fact check, CNN.
CNN fact check. Okay,
what is the capital of Georgia? I feel like it's Ryan, you got to know this.
Capital of Georgia
wasn't my.
I feel like
Athens.
you paid it.
I don't think it's Atlanta.
It's Athens.
Right?
Is it Athens,
right.
Georgia?
Athens, Georgia. I think. Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's stupid.
The fuck, they got a city named Athens in Georgia, of all places.
I spelled capital wrong. Oh, it's Atlanta. Okay, we're wrong.
Is it?
What
really?
is Athens the capital?
No, Atlanta is not the capital of Georgia.
They just said it.
It just said it.
You're talking about
there.
the country.
Capital.
Hold on, just go capital of Georgia.
It might be, bro.
Is Atlanta.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just popped. Yeah, it's Atlanta.
Then that's got to be new, right?
No, bro, they don't change the capital.
Athens is the capital.
You know what?
Like
Let's
Augusta? Isn't it like Augusta?
No, there's an Athens.
Augusta. That's where the golf tournament's at.
Georgia, right?
There is an Athens in.
I thought it was.
Athena. What? No. What? That's not what I typed.
You might have to pull up just capitals of all 50 states, bro.
Athens, capital of Greece.
Do that. Yeah, it is. It's a city in Greece. I know. Well, it's a.
Who brought up Athens in here?
I
bro?
did. That was
Athens.
me.
Why?
Because I could have swore there was a city as a capital or something.
I don't.
Something like that.
Don't you hate that feeling when you kind of feel dumb?
I mean, you know what's fucked up? This is the shit that they waste trying to teach us in school when we're like 12.
I remember
don't even
that
matter.
50 state song. I feel like if the capital is
taxes, not what the
this
capital.
nigga can't even spell capital.
I can't see it from here. I can't see that. Here we go. I got it there.
The only reason why I know about Athens is because of fucking God of War and shit.
That's how we've been getting our education. All right, let's see what they got on here. Just because I'm nitpicking. All 50 states and capitals.
Told y'all niggas
I
was
just pulled it up
Atlanta.
right here.
See, I had a conversation and somebody tried to make me.
Athens except for from
I said
a video game.
I said Atlanta and somebody tried to make me feel dumb.
No,
that
what made
it
you feel
wasn't
dumb is
Atlanta.
when.
Go ahead, get it.
No, what did you say? Fuck, I forgot.
Go ahead, come on, get it off.
It'll come to me. Oh, they changed
Athens
it.
isn't
That was
even close to anything.
They changed the capital.
Yeah. They're not going to change the capital.
I was thinking of Greece.
Why not?
Apparently.
Who says if they can change laws about fucking voting? Why can't they change the capital?
Look at
here.
Sort of.
You're gonna look up one day and the fucking capital of Minnesota is gonna be Minneapolis, and you're gonna feel real dumb.
It should be Minneapolis. Who gives a fuck about St. Paul?
And what constitutes it being a capital?
What doesn't it doesn't
I
matter.
think.
That's just where the building's at.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Like,
think
this
it
is our
was.
state capital.
And it's usually like it was like set up back in the day where like most trade happened or some shit like that.
Right.
Which St. Paul used to be the biggest city.
It
in the
was
state,
definitely not where the most trade happens in
not
Minnesota.
now, but it was.
And they could easily
So it could have
fucking
been Brooklyn Center.
I mean, if that was the case.
watch that big ass church that was downtown. Watch them just turn
That's
that
why
into
the
a fucking
capital of New
state
York
capital.
isn't New York.
All right.
You-
Never say never.
You know what I
I mean,
It's
you
like
see
the biggest
crazy
city
shit
in the
happen
world
these days.
and
So.
it's not the capital.
All right, we can talk about.
Yeah, speaking
State
of capitals
capitals.
in Minneapolis.
Are we doing that? Okay. Look at Ryan coming through with the segues. This motherfucker's like,
Shit, we're right there.
I
Might as well.
I wasn't even.
We can go to wherever you want
I
to go.
wasn't
then.
thinking that, but you're doing a good job doing this, making my job easier. Taurus is in trouble. Let me see. George Floyd, I think it's time. Derek Chauvin trials. What's going on? Does anybody know?
No.
Matt, come on, bro.
I read like half of that article you guys sent me.
You don't watch any of it?
I watched
No,
some of
not
it.
really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't keep up with the news at all.
I'm actually about to call Taurus right now.
We able to get this on the
I'm gonna call him.
audio?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him and
Put
see
it
if
up
he
on-
answers.
The fuck you want?
Yeah, I watched.
I watched some of the.
He gonna
Yeah, I
answer
peeped
like, hey,
probably
boo.
like 3 days this week, just like the
I
highlights
watched
stuff.
the
if you wanna
EMT
call it
chick.
that. What'd you say?
I watched the EMT chick.
They had a bunch of testifies or
Testimonies.
witness testimonies.
Mhm.
It's fucking 9:16. This nigga's gonna act like he can't fucking answer the phone. This fucking guy.
They had the one witness was like an MMA fighter or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And they tried to like really.
Where does he fit into all of this? Pull up. His name is like Donald something.
George, type of like George Floyd witness.
George Floyd witness Donald. So we got a bunch of the trial is moving fast. I didn't know.
Kennedy.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Donald Williams.
Donald Williams is what it is. Yeah.
Is that the MMA
So he was a
fighter,
witness. So he was a witness in the death, and he happens to be a MMA.
Well, I don't think it's like a.
Hold up, a mixed martial artist fighter who witnessed George Floyd's death. Wow.
Don't take this the wrong way.
It's insanely convenient.
But he practices MMA. You know, he's not like a professional MMA fighter by any means, but he practices it. You know, he trains for it.
Why does it say he's a fighter? Okay. Is it? It's not saying he's a pro fighter.
Yeah. He trains for it, but he does not like a. You know, he's not like a professional. So that's
weird that they're labeling him a mixed martial artist.
You know what the news does.
I think they did it.
But that, if anything, that helps.
It says right there
the outcome that we want.
Not to shit on y'all, but it says right there a professional fighter.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did do that.
Here.
Oops. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Williams' second day of informal, a professional fighter. Okay.
There you go.
Well, I wasn't sure, so we can backtrack some of those statements. Professional fighter, that's still insanely convenient because we're talking about moves here. I guess, you know, the knee to the neck is that's
why they had him up there.
Right.
It's actually the reason why I
had experience with it. Yeah.
No, I haven't gotten my jiu-jitsu bag yet, but or whatever move that could be, you know, whatever arsenal of style that could be attributed to, I don't know, but I think that's insane that he was there to witness it and he's a part of this trial, because really that, I feel like that helps the supporters of George Floyd.
All these people are basically saying, you know, they wish they could have helped him. And
well, the prosecution brought him up there for that reason, because they're like, look, you know, these types of moves, like these types of, you know, did this look irregular to you, or like would you think that this could hurt somebody?
That move though, so people know they're calling it a blood choke is what they're.
I don't know.
I've heard a lot of MMA fighters come out talk about a blood choke. Now I'm in the MMA gym. I don't ever see people doing that move. No. You know what I mean? But obviously it's a known move and technique amongst the police for a reason, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But I just think that's insane.
Yeah, I think they wanted him up there to basically say that, like, look, this is a known move that could really fuck somebody up. And then the defense tried to make it out to seem like he was this super angry dude, like, oh, you fight for a living, like that's your job and all this stuff, and like
that's so dumb.
you have to look into it, and like they were really kind of pressing
because if people really knew, they know that people that are fighting in the gym are like some of the most like humble, discdisciplined people.
Yeah. Well, then they started saying across. Like, because he was yelling at the cop, because I think he took a video of it, or somebody else that caught him on video.
Black dude that had a hair loss on the top of his head. Kind of big.
No, I don't think that was this dude. It might have been. Well, hold on. Here goes a picture of him on the bottom there. But basically, he was like yelling at the cop, like, "You're a fucking bitch."
The right corner. Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Oh, that's the dude you're talking about?
I think he said some hair loss.
Oh. Some hair loss.
He was calling the cop like a bitch and stuff. It's like, "You're a fucking bitch."
He is a bitch.
Yeah, and so like they tried to make it sound out like, "Why are you so angry? Like, why are you getting so angry?"
No, he was like, "I'm not angry. I was being professional."
Yeah, he's like, and one of the things he goes, the cop was being a bitch or something like that. He said that.
He said, is that what you heard? And that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Nice. I seen a video of like one of the chick. I think it was the chick that was responsible for the recording, maybe a girl, and she was just super stuttering. It seemed like she was high. It seemed like she just didn't want to be there. Didn't want to answer any questions.
There was the
extra quiet
dispatcher. I think they interviewed her this week.
I didn't see anything about the dispatcher.
Interviewed the EMT that was jogging over there.
Yeah.
So an EMT happened to be.
They told her
they had to call an EMT.
Okay.
No, EMT was there already.
Yeah, there was another one. She was off duty or something like
Basically,
that.
they was telling her.
Really?
Yeah.
So we got an off-duty EMT.
Yeah, she was trying to convince them to let me check his post and all that.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if he's okay.
So this looks bad for Derek Chauvin, which well deserved.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is a great opportunity for the country to show its people that they give a fuck about unity. You know what I'm saying? And to dead the white supremacy, because it's tough on y'all white people right now. I'm gonna be real. The idea of being a racist is like the new nigger. You know what I mean? Like the R word. You know what I mean? It's like almost simultaneous with the white man. You know what I mean? So this is an opportunity for motherfuckers to kind of get that shit up off them, and we'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's tough.
I saw what I texted you, the actual detective. No, not the detective, the police chief.
Yeah.
Testified against. He plans to testify against Derek Chauvin, or did that already happen?
I thought he might have already.
I didn't look, to be honest. I saw what he said and everything.
Check and see if the police.
I think he did, because there was a conversation.
I thought there was, yeah.
He either testified or was it interview? One of the two.
I thought it was he planned to testifies against Derek Chauvin. That's his name, right? Derek Chauvin.
That's crazy.
Yeah, trial police
supervisor. There it is.
Police supervisor testifies officer. Go back up.
Yep.
Could have ended their restraint. So he already did testify this.
Yeah, he said that as soon as he stopped.
This is the supervisor. I'm talking about the police chief also plans to.
Okay, I didn't see that. This is the one that I saw. Was this one?
Yeah, I got two days ago. Police chief to testify against officer in remarkable move. So just looking at the media, because I feel like we have to pay attention to these things, right? Like the patterns. The media is very much has a huge role in this. As much as this is a court thing,
absolutely,
it's
has
all
a huge role in everything.
It's all hand in hand with the media. You know what I mean?
The media has more power than anybody.
You know that the state of Minnesota typically doesn't videotape these trials,
and they are.
And they had to like change a bunch of shit up. They didn't even have like the infrastructure, like video cameras in the courtroom and all that, because they wanted it to be videotaped and like broadcast live and all that stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, I think it's good too.
We need to see that shit live, you know.
Except for it's all about money, though. That's all that matters. That's all they care about.
You said it's all about money.
That's the only reason.
How does this break down about money?
You don't think the clicks and the views are generating money for them?
Well, I do think in a way, like what you're saying about like these supervisors and stuff testifying against them.
Yeah.
Well, they defunded a bunch of the police down there.
Yeah.
And like, could you imagine if like these guys didn't like, testify against them? They're like, no, we're not going to testify. How bad that would look on top of everything that's already happened.
Yeah, so they're trying to get that money back.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
did they actually? I didn't know they defunded them. I thought they just were talking about that.
They must have defunded a hell of money for
and they lost a bunch of like.
Yeah, it's fire. I mean, Minnesota let these motherfuckers have it. Where else did they burn down police? You know, and obviously that could have been part of the grand plan if there is one. You know, but where else?
You think this is all a big conspiracy?
I mean, we could get in that bag. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a rabbit hole.
Speaking of bags, we can segue from, not yet, but we'll segue into Hitman Holla with the bag. I'm trying to get on my Ryan shit here, but no,
that's funny.
I do think that if that is the case, I mean, because like I said, the police. What do they call it? The police center. What the fuck are they called?
Station?
Police station. Wow.
Center?
I don't deal with the police. You know what I'm saying? So
you never been there before?
Yeah.
We don't.
I've been downtown. I spent a weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with it. But I don't deal with the police, bro. I don't even. I mean, I be driving by and shit. I be seeing them. I don't even be dealing with them. Like, no emotion.
You still get that nervous feeling.
I used to, but now I'm so legit, bro. What they gonna do to me? You know what I mean? I'll throw my white voice on right away. They'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I've always been nervous.
A lot of people's been legit and still got fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been nervous.
See, no, but let's talk about
Except
this.
for in Brooklyn Park. I know I'm probably okay in Brooklyn
So this
Park.
is in bad taste, because you know you get your people with all kind of opinions and feelings about this. I like to try to be as neutral as possible. Obviously, I'm a person of brown complexion. You could call me black, you could call me mixed, you could call me whatever. I do have nervousness when I've interacted with the police, but I've also done some wild shit with the police that people would consider some white boy shit. Like
you did call yourself white today.
I did accidentally
earlier before the pod.
Accidentally.
I mean,
but I'm mixed. You know what I mean? So there was one time, you know, the police had my little brother like as a fourth grader or something, like almost like cuffed up or some shit. I was like 16 in high school still, and I went and I snapped on the fucking police like, "You bitch ass cop," whatever, like I was gonna fight the cop. I had no fear at that point. It was probably stupid, but almost
it's a reflex.
But almost every other interaction I've ever had with the police has been very cordial. I've got my ass whooped by the police actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. At a club when me and KT got bottles busted on our heads and ambushed. I was staying outside because I didn't know where KT was, and I'm like causing a scene with my shirt off and bloody and shit, and I'm like mugging everybody. I don't know, because I don't know who hit me. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? Police trying to get me to leave. I'm like, I'm not leaving. I don't know where my guy's at. They eventually mace me, try to get me. I'm like not going, and they throw me down on the ground, beat me up, and throw me in the ambulance. They tried to charge me with some shit, but then they realized I had injuries and shit, so they withdrew their shit, you know.
They thought you got the injuries from them?
Right, so they withdrew their shit smartly. But I've had all kind of interactions with police. I was for a while definitely nervous of police. The possibility that I could be killed on some dumb shit in an interaction. But I have a confidence in myself that I can outwit or outsmart an officer or be knowing of that situation. Obviously, if their mission is to kill somebody, they're going to do it.
Yeah, no problem.
But if I even sense that kind of danger, I'm skirting off, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something, you know, I'm talking motherfuckers down, you know what I mean? I'm not escalating anything, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm straight, so if a nigga's trying to check all my shit, if you want to sit here and waste your fucking time and check all my shit, go ahead, do it, you know what I mean? But that's me. I know I've worked hard to have my shit together, so you're not gonna find some shit on me. You want to search my car, search my fucking car. I don't give a fuck. It's an invasion of privacy. It's an inconvenience for me, but
yeah, some of those Minneapolis cops though, I mean, they're fucking assholes anyway. I feel like up around here they're pretty good.
The crazy the crazy thing is in the hood, bro.
100%.
The police
They don't give a fuck about.
they don't give a fuck about it. You in the hood, like in the police. I was driving dirty for years, no license and shit. I felt the most safe when I was on the north side.
Yeah, that's they got bigger shit to worry about.
Like nobody's pulling me over. Like they're not even worried about me. You know, they're not even trying to deal with no shit unless they have to. Yeah. So, but this obviously was in South Minneapolis type shit. So that's a different ball game that I don't know the police over there that well. You know, but
they're like north side Minneapolis for the most part.
What we got going on over there? Big notifications?
Yeah, well, mine.
Is it really?
What kind of phone you got
Mine's
there?
over there.
Oh, you're the only one with an iPhone in here. Anywho, I guess as far as the trial, what do we think's gonna happen here?
He's gonna get found guilty.
How much time you think he's gonna serve?
I don't know what like
what's the minimum for
the parameters are.
Murder?
Yeah,
it depends. 25, 30 years.
Isn't he only getting
you think he's gonna do that much?
Or third degree?
I don't know. 50. It's because it's not first degree, right?
I think they're gonna hit him with 10. I don't think this is gonna be federal.
10 to 15 years.
Is it gonna be federal, or is it gonna be like on some state shit?
What's he getting? Second degree, right? That's what he's charged with. Second and third degree.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't get him on third degree, so it's got to be second.
I think they're charging him some other shit.
I think he's gonna get about 10 years and maybe serve 8 or 7 of them.
Yeah, that was initially what I was thinking. Something like 10.
I don't know what the
He's definitely not going to be dying in prison.
Unless they send somebody for his ass.
Yeah.
But he's asking to have to be in some kind of maximum security just to.
Oh, they'll take care of him.
No, they'll take care.
Yeah, he's a cop. Take care of him. Period.
Be away.
This boy's a
Give him
fucking
a nice little fluffy pillow.
You never know. This motherfucker might fuck around, turn into a kingpin in there. You know what I mean? Like he's already a dirty, goofy ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, but
I read an article that said he was involved in like 15 other deaths.
Nah, like 15 other
deaths. It was like
but he has been involved in
15
other
other
deaths,
like
for
reports or some shit like that.
I think there were deaths, like 6 deaths maybe or something like that he was involved in.
Yeah.
Some shootings or maybe shootings. I don't know.
Something like that.
His record is
it's fucked up.
He's got one of them records though, you know. So
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think it's
a lot of these police officers are spanned, man. What happened to our boy Adam? Is he a police officer?
Yeah, he is. I don't know where.
Is he still?
I'm assuming so. I don't know.
What's his last name again?
Talking about Adam Olsen.
Adam Olsen.
I
Yeah.
haven't talked to him in probably 10 years.
You say span?
That one was that. Adam's not span.
Span.
What span?
Span?
Like,
What is span?
Span's like a hood
like in
term
school
for
span?
slow. Yeah.
He ain't wrong
Davis
though.
was mad
I
'cause he
mean,
took his point guard spot back in the day.
Adam was not a point guard.
What was he, 2 guard?
Oh, you remember?
It's like a 2 or a 3. This motherfucker never brought the ball up.
I don't know.
Was he better than you?
I don't even want to talk about that. There's major politics over there.
Yes.
I'm not even. Don't even get me started on that.
Touch the nerve.
But whatever. Segue. Anyways, I said bag earlier. We'll talk about the bags. Did anybody else other than me or Moan watch this Cassidy versus Hitman Holla battle?
I did not. I was at Easter when you guys sent it to me, so I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I was watching it on live. Like
I watched it.
Was
it
that
was rough.
yeah, was it today or was it last night?
You sent was from like
last night.
Yeah.
85th row. Can you hear anything?
You could still kind of hear it.
Did you?
How was it?
I opened it to see what it was.
It was a surprise. It was a surprise.
Surprise, like the overall performance, or like who won?
Overall performance and kind of
really
who won.
Not a winner.
There's not a winner. Sometimes when battles are good, they can.
2 first good rounds. Second round was trash, and third round,
both of their second rounds they were getting booed, both of them.
Oh, there was live audience there.
Yeah, it was in Atlanta.
There was a lot of people.
It was a full
They were
house.
booing 'em?
They were booing both of them the whole round.
The whole second round. What's crazy is Hitman Holla went first. I don't know if you saw the whole viral.
Were they playing the tracks or were they doing? They were like performing them.
Oh, so you don't even know about battle
not a
rap.
versus.
No, I know
actual battle rap.
Oh, it was battle rap.
This
I
nigga
thought
said-
it was versus.
this
Oh, I
nigga
thought
said-
Not a versus.
my bad.
You don't even know who Hitman Holla is if we're talking about a versus.
I thought it was
okay
a versus.
if you
I
don't.
thought it was a versus.
It's okay if you don't.
I thought it was a versus.
Hitman Holla is just a battle rapper. He was on Wildin' Out.
No, I know
and
who
shit.
he is. I know who he is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I barely know the nigga, you know what I mean? And I just know him because I've watched some battles, you know?
Because of me.
I was thinking versus.
I brought you into this.
Slight.
Brought you into this.
Anyways, Hitman Holla is one of the known names in battle rap, right? He's one of the marquee niggas.
He's a legend.
He's like
He's a legend.
top 5 in the game right now, maybe top 10.
No, he's not top 5 in the game.
Maybe top 10,
He's not
maybe.
even-
As far as notoriety,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he can handle himself in a battle. He's won some battles.
He's won a lot of battles.
Cassidy has been losing every battle that he's participated in.
He hasn't lost every battle.
Yes, he has.
He beat Disaster.
That's well. I'm not even gonna do that with you.
He
but
beat Goods.
what, bro? It's consensus amongst all of the top battle rappers that he lost to Goods.
Of course, the battle rappers are going to go with Goods.
I'm not trying to do this with you, but just check this out. Cassidy is known as the pillow that people beat up.
Yeah.
But he promotes a battle very well because of his
He's
name.
the greatest battle promoter of all time.
Because of his name, and he obviously had mainstream success.
Yeah, yep.
He's one of the few artists ever to have mainstream success and then be a battle.
He has a lot of.
He might be the only one.
Yeah, he has a
It's the
lot
only
of.
one I can think of.
Eminem, but
Eminem had Eminem was a battle rapper before he had mainstream success.
Yeah.
Cassidy act like they was battling, but they be pretending to battle in Philly.
5,000
And fucking had mainstream success before he was a known battle rapper, whatever.
He has a lot of what word am I looking for? Whatever, but he has the attitude that that's warranted because I mean, he kind of made all this shit.
Watching that fucking face off and how it got viral, Cassidy annoyed me, but then it almost was like that whole face off kind of paid off in his favor for the battle because he started bringing up a ton of callbacks to the face off.
I don't think he even wrote a verse yet during that.
You think he's freestyling? He said he wrote a verse. He said he wrote
because he was talking about shit that happened in the face off.
And then in the
battle, they usually have their verses way before the face off.
He had a couple little, you know how they be throwing in little freestyles before their verses. They'll throw in their freestyles at the beginning of the round. You know, they'll be thinking of them while the other nigga's spitting, and they'll be like, all right, let me rebuttal this real quick, and then I'm gonna get to my verse. But it was funny how Cassidy came at him for wearing 2 different size socks. I don't know if you heard that part. He was like, all that tough talk, you should have wore a bigger sock or some shit like that. Cassidy just had a bunch of little funny, he's like a funny nigga, you know, like.
There's some hard bars in there too, though.
He had some hard bars. Hitman had a good first round. Cassidy had a good first round. I would maybe lean towards Cassidy just because it was more of a surprise that he came out doing damage.
The crowd was definitely with him that first round.
Niggas took breaks on the second one, started spitting garbage shit. You know, you could pull any nigga off the street and start rapping that shit. The last one, Hitman came out with the antics. His little brother got all up in Cassidy's face, started pushing him a little bit.
He needed that.
I think it was a nice look, controversial.
His brother does it in every battle. Click
worthy, you know what I'm saying? Nice little. I saw a couple little links talking about gets shut down nearly due to scuffle. So just more things to talk about. They did a good job, just like having things to go back to in this battle, having the face-off promote the battle, and then Cassidy actually doing good for once from what I see.
I feel like Cassidy's just now starting to get real comfortable with this whole...
With the battle, yeah. And that could be... If he starts to get better, then he could start making $1 million a battle if he starts to... If he could get on the level of like Arsenal and like fucking Loaded Lux and just get on that level where he's murdering niggas and he's promoting these battles and he's a known name, then he might be able to hop back into the fucking mainstream game, you know?
I was shocked when I saw the Cassidy versus Holla, him and Holla shit, because I didn't think he was going to get booked again after the last battle.
Yeah.
But now after seeing this battle,
he saved his name.
He's definitely going to get booked more and charged more.
Right. He might. Yeah, definitely. He'd probably try to get $500,000. So props to Cassidy, but it was a good battle. I think Hitman slightly edged it technically because he had the charades and shit. He pulled Nick Cannon out at the end. Cassidy had a bunch of wilding out Nick Cannon bars.
He said, "You make $1,000
Nick Cannon was like
show."
Actually there.
Nick Cannon was hiding the whole time until the last round. He was like, what did he say? He said something like, something, get the bag, I had to grab it myself. You keep talking all this Nick Cannon shit lines about how much money I made. Won't you ask him yourself? And then Nick Cannon hopped out and the crowd went wild. Whatever. You know, the bar.
I mean, I was gonna say, if you bring Nick Cannon into a battle rap, doesn't that hurt you?
Right. But it didn't. The crowd went wild.
I don't know why they went wild for Nick Cannon.
It was just a little move, you know. That's what I say. It was just charades. It was just little charades. He didn't really have a ton of crazy bars. He just got to dealing with the show a little bit.
That's usually how he wins his battles, like little dumb shit like that.
He had one strong first round. He probably thought Cass was gonna be ass.
It's about the show rather than the.
He had a nice bar. He was like something like, "You're not even a man." Something castrate. Yeah. He was like, "And didn't I hear you was fucking a tran? We don't even know if Cass straight." So I thought that was a nice little line.
It's kind of hard, man. But
you see that face Matt made? He said,
"Got his approval." That's all right.
Got his approval. Right. But overall, the battle was whatever. I mean, it was cool. I might watch it if it can come out and I can get it on YouTube or some shit. I'm not paying for these niggas' battles.
RB's usually been quick with their loadouts for their battles.
Loadouts?
Yeah. YouTube. Loadout.
Yeah.
Talking Warzone's
Warzone.
Warzone's taking over. What else do we got to talk about, man? There's got to be some shit. Oh yeah, Ryan, we got you here. So I got into my investment bag. I don't really want to talk about my shit too much because I don't want people knowing my moves too much. But basically, buying a property. I mean, people can know that. I maneuvered some technicalities where I can get something nice, you know what I mean? It's tough when you already own something, you know, to get some new shit, you know. Capital starts to become a thing. But why don't you tell us about, because D-Rider, I was with Derek the other day, and he was showing me all this motherfucker got some racks in there dealing with some stocks. So why don't you put me on game with some stocks? Sell me real quick. What's going on out here?
No master or anything, man. But it's just as we get older, you know, it's putting your money in shit that can make you money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah, whether it be buying property or just, you know, buying little investments like little stocks and shit. I mean, anybody can do it.
This nigga Derek's all over the place though with the stocks.
Well, you know, he's OC with everything. Yeah. You know, or not, I shouldn't say that, but you know, he's
extra motivated.
Some gets a hold of him. It really takes a hold of him. You know what I'm saying? So he dives right into it, which is good. I mean, he can make a lot of money. You know.
So are some of those stocks? Did you first off, how does even getting a stock work?
Yeah, the thing is people. I think it intimidates a lot of people. People think it's like, oh, I have to have all this money and like I have to know a person who can set it all up.
I mean, you can have a fucking dollar.
You can literally, you can just, you know, it's crazy.
You can just download
a Cash App. You know, you can actually invest in the stock market through Cash App.
Nice.
So that's one thing. Like everybody kind of knows that name. That's just an easy app. You know, you have the Cash App.
A lot of people have Cash App
already, right?
Yeah.
And it's just another. You know, instead of sending somebody money or getting money, you just click on one of the buttons they have on there, and then you say, "Hey, I want to put, you know, X amount of dollars in Apple or in, you know."
So you're in the finance game, like that's your job.
Yeah, I work with it. I mean, I don't. That's not what I do specifically.
You don't deal with stocks specifically, but you're close to it.
I'm around them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think people have retirement accounts, all that shit too, man. But if you can just put a little bit of money, a little extra money, it's just gonna make all the difference.
So did you? Are any of those stocks that Derek is into? Did you have any like say in some of those? Did you give a nudge?
Some of them I like. Either myself or one of our other homies, Andy, brought it to his attention. You know, some of the ones he found on his own. So
what are you looking for when you see it? When you like see something that you want to invest in?
Just quality, man. Like what I do is kind of I think about like my everyday life, right? Like so, shit that keeps on popping up in your everyday life.
Like what?
So, like example, I brought. Have you guys ever heard of, for like your phones, right? What's something that everybody uses? Everybody has a phone, whether it be an iPhone or like.
Yeah.
What brands are your phone? What is it? Samsung. Yeah, you know, those are the two most popular phone brands, and everybody has them. The crazy thing about phones is too. Your phone could probably last 3, 4, 5 years, but you get a new one every year and a half, 2 years, whatever it is. You know, 2 years max. So it's like even though you're paying for this and you could have it for a while, you're going to end up getting a new one. So it's just people are always buying phones.
Yeah.
Companies like that, you know, like for you guys play, you know, what is it? Do you play Warfare on or Warzone on? The computer? The PlayStations?
PlayStation.
PC. We're the old-fashioned PS users. You know?
So you look at, like, they keep on coming out with these games and, like, the game hasn't changed much, right? I mean, they change features in it, right? Maybe they update some shit. It's a little bit nicer. But really the concept of it's all the same, right? But every time they sell a new one, everybody's got to go grab it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the people who make those games, you can invest in those companies too. It's just shit like that. Like
so, those are like healthy, like consistent companies to.
I mean, that's the type of thing you'd want to invest in. You know, I mean, you can invest in something that maybe is not well known, is risky. You know, might make you a lot of money, but for me, it's like I'm gonna put money in that I know people are always gonna be buying.
You said pop.
Like
it might pop.
It might pop. Like something small, like, you know.
I thought you said like pop.
You know, like Tesla, right? Like nobody knew about electrical cars 10 years ago, and now it's like one of the biggest companies in the world.
People knew. That shit is insane. He's got influence over the stock game too, and I feel like he's just playing games right now.
He does. He definitely does, yeah.
But so I haven't bought a stock yet, and I've been thinking about it.
Last time I checked, Apple stocks were like $550 a share.
No, it's not that much anymore. There's a lot of things that happen. The thing is that, and this is 20 years ago, it used to be you could only buy one. So, like with your example, Apple was $500 at the time. Well, it's like, it's too expensive for me. I don't want to buy that. Well, with apps like Cash App, you can buy a fraction of a stock. So let's say you want to invest. All you have is $50 to invest. Well, I want to put it in Apple, but Apple's $200, $300. Right. You can buy 1/4 of a share of Apple through certain apps. I think Cash App allows you to do that.
Well, my question is, so as a kid growing up and like seeing shit in movies like stocks and shares and shit like that,
Yep.
I had the idea, and tell me, you know, right or wrong or what's true or what's not. When you buy stock, do you have ownership, some kind of ownership of this company, or do they just have your money?
You do have ownership of the company. So basically, if a company has, what the terminology is, a company being public, it's a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
And if it's a publicly traded company, then they issue X amount of stock shares into the open market.
Yeah.
And then you can buy and sell those shares.
So they issue a certain amount of shares that they want to share with the public.
Correct. Yes.
And the public, and that's a percentage of their. Typically, what percentage of their company is that?
That really makes up most of the company.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, if the company earns money, instead of going to the people who own the company, well, now because it's a publicly owned company or publicly traded company, the shareholders get that money back.
Okay.
Whether it be an increase in stock price or things called dividends, they pay out, periodic payments. So
I always thought that was interesting because sometimes it sounds like gambling, like
it is.
It's gambling, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yes and no. So that's the difference between the terms that people always use. Are you investing, or are you gambling with your money? You put a good company. We'll use Apple as the example because that's a popular one. Think of it this way, and this is what Andy always says: are you comfortable gambling on that company? If you know nothing about them, you don't know who owns it, you don't know what they do, would you want to put your money in that company?
No.
But you just say somebody told you to invest in it. Okay, cool, put my money. But you know nothing about them. But if you knew this company made money every single year, and every year 1 billion people buy fucking iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably be a little more comfortable putting your money into it, right? Yeah. So
the idea is you put your money on there, and you hope that money grows.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you have some ownership, and then you can pull out your ownership by taking that money.
And hopefully, it's worth more when you pull it out than when you.
And then that's a. Hopefully, you do hope it's worth more. But check it out.
Hopefully, you pull it out.
Hopefully, you pull it out. Oh my God.
Hey, I ain't got no kids, so I don't know.
Look at him, jinxing himself. Anyways, so pull out that whatever. I had a question, got sidetracked by you.
I just think as we get older, it's good to use your money, make money for you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be a lot, like it can be 1% of what you make. I mean, shit, you could put $50 in every week, $20 every week.
It's all investing to me, and my thinking is so I went the property route. I like the property route. I like the cash flow.
Yeah.
And I like passive income. So I'm thinking it's something physical.
Yeah.
I can cash out on this. I can touch this thing right here.
KT started doing some of the stock stuff around the same time D did. He said the exact same thing. It's a tangible asset. I can see it. I can feel it.
Yep.
I can go there and visit it.
Yep.
Whereas stock is just like you're just putting this money in there and then you're hoping that it's going to be worth more.
The thing that's cool with stock is you can put a lot less money in it and there's no maintenance.
Yeah, you don't have to have as much.
You could just put money in it and see if it grows.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's less work. But property seems a little more it feels safer to me.
I mean,
because you can see it.
It all depends on the housing market there, though.
Well, a market can crash, but markets, I mean,
it's going to go up and down regardless.
It's going to go up and down, but typically we know with economy, with history has shown us over the years is inflation. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. You know what I mean? So values of property.
I would say
people need to live.
Definitely would be maybe a little safer, but the other thing is too is they always use the word like liquid. It's tough. Like if you put your money into a house, let's say for whatever reason you either A, need that money, or B, you want to take that money out. You can't do it tomorrow.
It takes longer.
For me, if I had, let's say you put, you bought a house for $100,000.
But that's not what I'm doing. So
no, I'm not saying it is, but that's one of the cons. That's one of the downfall, like the things that people don't necessarily like as much about it.
With property.
Yeah, it's property. It's tougher to get your money back
time.
out. Yeah.
I mean, it takes some, you got to deal with the banks a little bit, but when you cash out, you could cash out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It would take maybe a month, maybe take time to sell it.
Why does it take time?
Well, like
you got to find a buyer.
Let's say like let's say you have a house. Let's say you bought a house for $100,000 and you put $100,000 in the stock market, and let's say 5 years from now you're like, look, I want my investment back, whatever it's worth at that point. Well, you can't just sell your house today and get that money tomorrow. Or you can sell your
unless somebody
stocks.
knocks on your door and say, let me buy it. But you still got to go through closing.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go through all that shit.
It'll take like a month.
Unless they show up with cash, maybe.
No, it still takes like a month because you got to set a closing date.
You got to
in very specific circumstances, maybe a few days. But like stocks, you could literally sell them tomorrow and then have your money the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things too. But sometimes, I mean, maybe that's not a good thing. You know, maybe having that access to it isn't for everybody. You know. So.
Okay, so that's good information. One thing I was gonna say is it's a little secret of mine. I kind of put Derek on it, but I mean it's not a huge thing. But I think, like, just for example, tell me what you think. I brought it up to Matt, but I think something like VPNs. You know what a VPN is?
Virtual private network.
Virtual private networks for like internet servers and shit, basically.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
There's some companies that are out there. There's a few of them. Some that I've never heard of. I heard of like NordVPN and like, well, a lot of PC users use them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not versed in that
I
stuff
became
too much.
hip to it because, well, for a couple reasons. I know people that be trying to use the dark web and shit.
Gotcha.
And then
you go on there a lot?
I've never been on the dark web.
Is that what you found?
No, don't
Nicolette
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
When you recommend the dark web?
Yeah, no. I just got some homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then also, I learned that, you know, obviously Netflix and these streaming services, they monitor and they change and they have content based on where they are. And with the VPN, you can watch shit on Netflix, for example, that's only showed in fucking Venezuela or some European country,
That's
Amsterdam.
crazy as fuck.
And basically, you can mask the identity of your server, and then
you change the location of it. Basically,
you can change the location of it, but you can make it private. You can make it hard for people to get access to what you're doing.
Kinda,
and I think it gives you access to other private networks.
It's because of the location, though. That's why, because every time with the way a VPN works is every time you basically sign in to the internet, it changes. The VPN changes your location every time. So that's why it's so hard to track.
You can dictate the location though, if you want to.
It's like you probably have to find like the very certain ones.
That's one of the selling points though. One of the selling points
like
is
the NordVPN. You can.
If you want to watch shit in Japan, I listen to like one of these manga geekdom or whatever 101 talking about manga and certain shit that's only in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And certain shit that's on like these streaming services, you can only see it in Japan and before you can see it anywhere else. And he's like, if you want to see this, you get this VPN. That's kind of how I peeped it. Like I knew about it before, but I kind of like, and I'm starting to hear more and more people talk about VPNs. So I think that's those kind of companies are decent. And Derek looked it up and he saw a bunch of, and he's like, I mean, it's not huge stock shares, but it's been consistent growth for like since 2016.
The one piece of advice I would give if you're going to start doing that stuff is just make sure you invest in stuff that you understand, like the companies. You know, like if somebody just says, "Hey, invest in this," I don't know what they do. You know, for me, I invest in shit that I know what it is.
Yeah,
and that I feel like I understand it. You know,
right.
So,
Ramon, you about to do some investing sometime soon?
I always thought about it.
Should do
Downloaded
it, bro.
all the apps.
Bro, it's so easy. It really is easy nowadays. I mean, it's a click of the button, and even if you do $10 here, $20 there. I mean, shit. Some of these apps now, you can, if you buy something for like $4.50, they'll just round you up to $5 when you swipe your card, and they'll put that 50 cents into it. Yeah,
Just watching this guy on YouTube, he makes thousands of dollars a year.
It's crazy.
I mean,
you look at some of these dudes on Reddit that made all this money off GameStop and all that, made millions of dollars.
That's crazy.
Just chilling on Reddit.
Y'all got any questions?
Not necessarily. I'm not a big investment guy.
You should be. I feel like everybody should be.
I'm of the camp where if it's going to grow my money 10% or there's a chance of losing it, I don't care. I want it 200% or nothing. I'd rather just earn my money at that point.
But once
we can talk about it.
But if you save money, though, then you have to be thinking about investing it, I think.
Yeah. The crazy
Because
part is
otherwise it's just sitting there while you're saving it. It's just
Can't
sitting
take
there.
it with me when I die.
Exactly. So you might as well just try
Money's
to
just a
grow
number,
it
I
and
don't
pass it on to your kids.
It's just a number. I don't care.
Talk that
To be
shit.
honest with you.
He's in that. Sometimes you can't talk to niggas.
Is
You know?
there- I mean,
the crazy part is the value of money actually decreases every day. So if you save money, you're actually losing money. Because $1 now, think about it. 10 years ago, you could buy a bottle of pop for $1.
That's why I spend mine.
Well, there you go. Hey, there you go.
He's off that child support now. He don't know what to do with money. He's just fucking tweaking over there.
Not off it yet. It takes weeks from a.
But you're feeling the finish line coming near. You're right there. You can see
I'm
it.
getting there. Yeah.
While we're on you though, I seen you had a little Facebook post. Nothing very interesting. But
Nothing very
just figured
interesting.
why don't we dig into this a little bit? So Matt
that?
posted on Facebook. This is just something I caught a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why it popped up in my feed.
If this is going where I think it's going, this is a weird
Just a week
topic.
ago. It said PSA.
Oh, yep, this is the one I'm thinking of.
If
Okay.
you drive a loud, modified pickup truck and exercise your conceal and carry, I 100% assume you have a 2-inch dick and got bullied as a child.
And I would be right
So let's
most of the
dig
time.
deeper.
Yes.
This is a new segment. Dig deeper.
Dig deeper.
Talk that shit.
Okay.
What prompted that?
Oh, I do drove into my job like that, legit like that.
And what happened? You just
Well, he just went in to get a part. It was just when he came out of the truck, I was like, that guy has a little dick and got bullied. It's just,
What was it about him though that made? Was it this truck? Did his truck make you feel a certain way, or
It's all of that. It's just. I guess if you're not up on like the auto world, you may not be a part of that. But that's kind of the
that's because that's
common
the world, right?
That's the common theme, basically. If you modify your truck to make it bigger, louder, you're overcompensating for your tiny penis.
All females be saying that. Why is your TV so big? Are you compensating for something?
I don't think I've ever heard the TV
I've
one.
heard that before.
I've never heard that.
Not the TV.
Do you
one,
get
no.
that a little bit?
Nah.
Do you get that every now and
You
then?
got like an 85-inch TV.
85-inch TV. That's funny. Yeah, I kind of was thinking about maybe just like kind of catching y'all on Facebook when y'all say some dumb shit. You know what I mean? And just like let's rerun that back and see let's get to the root of that. You know. So, but you have a Mustang. It's pretty. It's pretty loud. It's orange.
It's not a truck. It's got to be a truck.
No, it doesn't have to be a truck.
It's gotta be a
Look
truck.
at this guy. with
I have
the
a
fucking
truck.
I mean, we
outside.
even said it in the post. Somebody said, "What if I have a modified car?" I said, "That's different. You modify cars for performance. You modify trucks to compensate.
What do you
Did you modify your? Did you
Huh?
modify
What
your?
if you like pull some shit?
You don't need to modify it to pull some shit."
No?
No.
What if you did just some like off-roading or some shit like that? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
Hey.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
can do off-roading in damn near anything.
No, but come on.
Did you modify your truck?
It's idea to
No, it's not
off-road in
modified.
like a SUV truck, like a Jeep truck. That's
You can buy. There are cars you can buy to just off-road in. Period. You don't got to modify them.
But come on, people like the idea of off-roading in their truck. That's a thing that's been sold to us as
And
Americans.
generally, they have small penises. Just the way.
Well,
How do you? I mean,
I was saying
do-
this: you
know a
have
guy.
a loud muffler on your car,
It's a performance exhaust though. It's not like just to be loud.
but are you performing?
Are you compensating?
It is
for your
performing.
performance?
Yes.
That's,
your
My car is modified to perform.
does your car's performance compensate for your performance just in life?
I'm trying to get my car to the same quarter-mile time as long as I last in bed.
You live your life one
I want
quarter
a
mile at a
10-second car.
time.
You know what I mean?
This nigga really had a whole joke right there. Wow, I'm sorry I spoke in the middle of that. Okay. Well, let me see what you got. I want to dig some shit up. Ryan, you never post anything. What's up with that?
It's anonymity, man.
I was
And
gonna say, I think I'm friends with you on Facebook.
purpose.
I don't think I've heard.
Well, I don't
from
have
you.
Facebook.
anonymity.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Anonymity.
You used to, didn't you?
you?
Say that wrong? What's
You used to
No,
have
I never had a
Facebook,
Facebook. I got an Instagram. I mean, I don't post a ton. I don't go on there a ton.
I got a couple little raunchy things. Oh, Ramon. Okay.
Well, Ramon just posts light skin selfies.
Not anymore.
Facts. You posted this little thing that I was like, we posted a little video. 26 the day before Matt's post.
I posted a video.
Nigga talking about if I say I'm all right, it's because really I'm not all right.
I didn't post that.
That's right here.
that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I mean, come on. You was feeling it. You basically
I did feel
you
it 'cause
co-signed that message.
It's true in most cases.
What's true?
There's something
When a
prompt
man
that?
says he's all right, In a lot of cases, he's not really all right. He's not going because a lot of people don't give a fuck.
That's just a widely known thing. Men just mask their emotions most of the time.
Is that okay?
I like where this
Depends
is
on
going.
what you mean. Is it okay? No.
I mean,
is it
men are-
gonna change? No.
Men are, looked at as strong warriors, and
But a lot of niggas ain't strong.
It's not okay to do it.
I think we're born with that type of shit. Like, we're not really supposed to be showing or giving off emotion to a
Are
lot
we
of shit.
programmed that way? Sorry, Taurus isn't here.
Taurus isn't here. No.
What?
That's a thing. That's a little
It's a Taurus
inside
thing.
joke.
I mean, for me, I just don't be really telling my feelings like that.
You're emotional.
Yeah, I am, but
Do you think it's worse for you to suppress that shit though?
I mean, I'm still.
It's definitely worse for you to suppress it. I mean, I think they've proven that scientifically, haven't they?
I mean, you can.
Is that why men die sooner?
I think it's our
I mean, there's a
genetic
lot of
makeup.
shit.
I don't think it has anything to do with
There's
that.
a lot of physical things you can do to
Release those emotions?
release all of that shit.
Like
So,
what? Jerking off?
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Is that why you do
Which
it so
actually
much?
leads me to my next question, which I've been actually dying to talk about. But go ahead, finish.
He's been dying to talk about jerking off.
Oh, I was finished. What were we talking
Is
about?
that what you told her?
Been finished.
But Ryan, just ask you that. Like, do you think you mask your emotion?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, bro.
No, yeah, you're good,
I
you're
mask
good.
my emotions to a lot of females.
But you open up to other men.
Yeah,
I don't open
I
up
call
to-
bullshit.
I'm
Not saying I like know you that, but I feel like men in general probably mask their emotions more so to other men
not-
than they do to females.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of guarded. when it
He's
comes
saying
to
like
women.
he'll tell some of the things
is
that
the
is
opposite,
bothering
though.
him. He might tell it
I'll
to his
tell-
close bro, which I think we
But not
definitely
okay.
have things that we.
I'll tell my homies I got a problem before I tell my girl.
I feel it. That's good.
Sometimes that's Sometimes
That's
this
why
is,
you
this
need
is
your
good.
homies.
This is good.
Yeah,
What are those things that we can't tell our girls about?
things we can't really
How
talk
long?
about
How long?
right
How long do we have?
We got a few, just a few. No, there are things that I definitely problems that I will go to my male counterparts, my bros.
now. I mean, because they can actually relate to you more.
Some shit you just can't tell your girl, because then maybe she might use it against you in the fucking future. But it's that way with homies too. Sometimes you gotta be careful. You know what I mean?
I like to bring situations up and just see how like the homies handle it, or like what they would, you know what I'm saying?
Like that one time when you were like football locker room, saw a dick.
See, we're in a really good space here, and then
That was bad. That was bad.
you wonder why we suppress our.
That was
Our
actually
feelings.
bad.
Not a good one. You've had a lot better than that.
But I recognize it though. But that's okay.
No, I'm just playing.
But
Yeah.
But-
Just bring it to them like, hey, this will happen. Because sometimes that shit has already happened. And I think it's probably what you were talking about a little bit too. It's like, you can bring it to your close homies because maybe that shit's happened to them.
yeah,
See how
Maybe.
they handle it.
maybe some shit you just. It's a lot of shit you can't talk to your girl about. That's insane.
It's
Mm-hmm.
probably
And,
75%.
and the sad thing is they want to be that person that you come to and tell them every fucking thing. And they want that, but if you did that, they wouldn't fucking respect you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Isn't that crazy? Because we can get in this bag right now
Let's do it.
of what women think they want a man. The women be acting like they want a man that fully opens up to them and like
No, they don't want to.
gives them. They don't want that. They want us to mask our emotion because they find comfort and safety in that shit. You know what I mean?
Call us a crybaby
They're
if
like-
we start talking about things that bother us.
They don't want you to think of you're much of a bitch as they are.
Or are we? Are we just?
Like,
Are we just? I guess not modern. Is this not modern way of thinking? Is the game changed? Is the dynamic changed between men and women where they're more open to each other, or is this us in our 30-year-old bag just talking like?
Nah, I think there's certain shit you
No.
just from a different sex standpoint, you just don't,
You can't let it open. You can't let them see
don't
it.
need to be sharing it. I mean,
on the
I
other
don't
hand,
think I'd
they
wanna
share
know.
everything with us.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be small and vulnerable.
But 85% of
Just the
the
way they
shit they
are.
tell us we don't
It's
give
they're
a
not
Everything.
fuck.
supposed to be. I mean, that's the perception of them, but they're not necessarily supposed to be.
It's
You can't say that women are supposed to be
I
vulnerable.
didn't mean supposed to be as in like that's how I picture them. I'm saying that's just the way society is.
Yeah, no, you're right. That they're depicted that way.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it.
Well, I don't know. We started that by just talking about masking emotions because of your post.
Did something happen? Is that why you posted that?
Oh, a lot of shit's happened to me.
Do you
I
need to
feel
talk,
it,
bro?
Huh?
Do you need to talk?
No.
Ramon got he can't say too much. we already know what happened. We already had some comments flying at him already.
Yeah.
Talking about get that nigga off the show. He's like, this show would actually be good if that nigga wasn't on the show.
Somebody said that?
Somebody specific. Somebody specific. Trying to act anonymous, but very specific.
Exactly what it was.
But
yeah, he knew what it was.
You knew it.
Very, very close person.
Very close to home. Anywho, yeah, I don't know. I think it's somewhat healthy to mask some emotions, and I think it is somewhat hurtful because I think like
It's
with my
stressful.
I
son,
think it's healthy for the relationship, and it's not healthy for you though.
sometimes I think about like my son, right? You know, boys cry or whatever, and that's when we start this shit. It's like, don't cry, you know. Sometimes. And I want to, you know, it also has to do with fear too. I think like fear is kind of the root, and then sadness, and you know they're like really close to each other. But crying and those emotions of being sad, like we have them, and then we don't want to deal with them. And I feel like sometimes it stunts our maturation. You know what I mean?
I can see it.
It takes us a long, like women mature pretty fast, and they have they're complete by around 35 most of the time, you know. Men sometimes can go into their late 40s before they really are like, all right,
This is who I am.
I've got it all figured out, I'm at peace, you know what I mean? And men don't really be at peace because of our emotions, our masculinity.
And typically men go through a lot more shit.
But I think it's actually really bossy and beastie to like accept dealing with your sadness. Like you don't got to be all out there with it and be seeking attention from it, but to actually deal with your emotions rather than put them to the side, I think is there's more benefits to that than actually pushing, as a man, than actually pushing the emotion to the side. You might not have to share it with people,
Yeah.
but
I think somebody you can talk to somebody. You can confide in somebody. You know, whether that be I don't think it necessarily always has to be like your girl, right? It
right.
could be a homie. And let's be honest, a lot of times I think the reason you don't talk to like your homies about that shit is because they'd be like, "Oh man, you're gay or something like that. That shit is you're being a pussy or some shit like that." You know, that's just like how it's always been. You know, you're worried about that like reception. But I know all of us too would be like, if you really came to somebody with something, they would be like, "All right, man, what's going on?" You know what I mean? Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's how
you got to find the right person. You know, you can't just go to. You know.
But that person doesn't know. I mean, a lot of times that's not going to be your girl, you know.
Nah.
It's just how it is.
The only couple times that I have cried, I think my girl has been present.
She liked it. She did.
Did she like it? Did she like it?
Reaction.
What do you? Why did you? What do you mean?
Because that's did she like it?
It wasn't just. I think you took it a different way than he said it as part of it. You reacted like he said it like she liked that shit. Huh?
Did she appreciate the fact that you were?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Did she appreciate it? I don't know if she did. I don't know if she did.
Like she's like, hey, he can really be himself around me. He can really let his guard down around me.
Everybody's different though, and that's why I think that women don't truly want their man to emotionally open up. Not if they're looking. Most women are looking for alphas. You know what I mean? Most women are.
Most of them.
So I think
that. But I think once they think they found one. Like, look, if you do that like once every like 5 years, 10 years, it's one thing. If you're doing that shit on like a monthly basis, like, oh my, you know, you're crying.
Like you gotta pace yourself.
He's a bitch, yeah.
Or deal with them on your own in a separate or with your bros. Or I mean, being too emotional, I think is there's too much of anything is a liability.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
But
sure.
I think it is good because you may not have to mask it as much if you learn how to deal with it earlier. Like, all right, I have these emotions. This is how I feel. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it, but I'm feeling this way. I'm not gonna hide. You know, I'm not gonna push it off to the side, and then you can get past it quicker, and you can be mentally and emotionally healthier. You know what I mean?
I think one thing
and
that's
make
tough,
better decisions.
depending on what it is, they may have some sort of, how do I say this? Depending on what you're emotional about or what you're suppressing, they may have some like pre-exposed thought to it. You know what I mean? They're biased based on like whatever it is.
Whatever they've
That's
gone
why they say you
through.
should go to like a therapist, because like that person has no bias to
But
what
the
you're saying.
therapy in the hood and in other countries is just like your dad, your mom. You know what I mean?
Another thing is
Families actually just need to be families more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you should be.
But even your family has some sort of
Sometimes
like,
you have shit with your family. Yeah, yeah.
they have a preconceived notion, or they have some sort of
Yeah.
bias to
Yeah,
what's going on.
yeah,
Whereas a
yeah.
therapist is completely in the middle.
I got you.
So
Yeah, another thing
I've
is
never done it, but
men typically like to deal with their shit alone, and that's not healthy either.
No, I think that's a product of the what's the opposite of a benefit? Can't think of that word.
Downside?
Well, we could just say downside. The downside
detriment, maybe.
of the downside of showcasing those emotions is obviously the effects of like people
Like, I just wanna
looking
be- I
at you
just
a
wanna be
certain
alone.
way.
I
So
don't wanna-
people want to be alone. So men want to be alone because they don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah,
But I'm done with that. Y'all can see how I'm dressed right now. I'm in my grown man bag. We're talking about grown ass
fucking
shit
Dwayne Wade over
today.
here.
We're talking about grown ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Grown.
Wait.
See the belt buckle. You know what I'm saying? Watch. I'm just.
Is that what you
doing
wore to
it.
Easter?
Yeah.
Or you put that on just for the pod?
I did it for y'all.
We
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it, man.
Put that on.
He had it on Easter, but he thought about us when he put it
2
on.
words.
Anyways, but I did want to talk about something that you brought it up. We don't have to dwell on this, but I think it'd be interesting to talk about. And this just was a thought, and I could get crucified for this. This could be whatever.
Fuck it.
But the big question is, how do I say this? First off, I can just ask y'all a question. Have you ever preferred watching porn over having sex? Actual physical sex?
I've watched porn right next to my girl before and not woke her up.
Wow. Matt, have you ever preferred to jerk it than murk it?
I think that's situational. Is the way that is. Because I feel like if you have the ability, if I had the ability to actually have sex, then no, I don't think I'd ever choose porn over that.
Yeah, okay, this is gonna be difficult because I'm
Right.
assuming you have less sex, right?
Then what do we?
I'm just saying you
That
have
was like a
less sex. So you obviously, when you can get some pussy, you're trying to get it.
Less than what? I'm confused with the question. Is you gotta finish the second half of that sentence.
Not to downplay it, but I'm saying you're not piping as often.
Because I'm divorced and I don't have a girlfriend. Is that what you mean?
You're just not that kind of guy. You're
Oh,
you're
I
not
see
a,
what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? You're not out here just tearing through
Just
some
calling me
shit.
ugly now.
No, that's
I know.
that's
I know what you're
your
saying.
that's your emotions. That's your shit, your bag. You deal. I didn't say none of those things. I just assume you have less sex because
No,
you-
okay, so I see where you're going, and the answer to your question is no. I don't think that's right because I think that I would still. I'm not. I have.
If you had
I
a
still have, my
consistent
standards
diet.
are probably too damn high, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So
I can see that.
we can get all
Yeah.
in this bag.
So
Let's get
Ryan,
this
what,
back.
let's
I'll be honest, yeah. I'll be honest.
You prefer to watch porn
not, I'm,
sometimes?
I'm not saying, oh, yeah, there's been times for
where
sure.
you just be like, I don't feel like hitting
It's
no
just
pussy. I just
easier,
want-
bro.
Just get it done.
You don't have to worry about, seeing if they're good.
So
It's
this
just easier.
This is
Sometimes
weird, but
it's
this
easier.
conversation or this idea came from a conversation, weirdly, that I had with my mom, and she was talking about how porn is taking over the minds of young kids, and I'm like, that has actually been a staple of society
It does suck.
for as long as the internet has been running. Well, since magazines, since dirty
It
magazines.
has, but the difference is now you used to have to go find that shit underneath your dad's bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it takes 12
Under the
seconds.
mattress. Now
Fucking
you
Max
can,
and
yeah, literally, it's a
magazines.
click of the button.
So I was just thinking like, damn, like, because the conversation came up, she was talking about how pornography has influenced the kind of sex that people have and how
Yeah.
sex has even become like more violent.
No, that's true.
Violently, you know, you got people spitting
Suck
in
my
each other's
fucking cocky
mouth,
whore.
pulling
That's
hair,
fucking weird, bro.
spanking ass.
I just had this conversation
choking,
with somebody that actually might have been you.
You know, but and I was
Spitting in
just
the
thinking
mouth?
like,
It's fucking weird.
I was just thinking
That is weird.
That wasn't
I don't
me.
understand that shit.
But that wasn't me that she was having that. You were having that conversation with. But she's saying it's been glorified, like violence has been glorified through porn and like all this weird shit, and it's actually you know, becoming a part of the sexual lives of the new generation or whatever. And I'm like, and how it could be bad and whatever. And I'm like, honestly, I think more people watch porn than they actually even have sex.
I mean, on like a I mean,
Well, yeah, I do definitely.
I mean, that's probably.
I watch porn every fucking day.
I mean, if you
That's
look at
crazy.
you can
a lot of porn, bro.
you can just look at the numbers and see that that's the case. I mean,
Right. Them comments be crazy sometimes, but that's a different
bro.
thing.
If you
On
go,
porn?
no, you got to Google
I
like
see some
funny
shit.
Pornhub
I've actually-
comments. Those
Motherfuckers say,
are
"Get
good.
Why is that
I've
little,
clicked on the
why is that little
comments
dick
before.
in there? Mine is bigger.
No, some of the shit like,
Someone
Where
was,
is
like
this
talking
girl?
about their trigonometry
Oh,
homework and shit.
Did
Like,
you
those
guys?
are funny.
I don't know if I
Search
sent you.
that ass.
Did you see that video that Sam and Donnie sent me? There was a porno video on Pornhub, and a picture of my face from the Smile album cover
I
was
seen
just
that.
chilling in the video.
for
Really?
real?
No
That's-
jokes.
I did
I
not.
seen
I did
it.
not
No
see
joke.
that.
I got it in my text that I'll say it's a real porn video,
That was hard.
and I made a cameo via album cover. It's
Sure,
insane.
get some royalties off that,
So
bro.
that's a hell of a flex.
And I seen in the comments, they're like, "Who's this fucking weird ass black guy just smiling in the background?"
For real?
So it
You
was,
hit him up and see if you can make an in-person.
it was a
appearance.
person that
Smile in the
got a
background.
CD from me at a festival show that I did, and it just so happened that she was a porn
Eh.
actress. Small world.
I don't think a lot of young people are watching that much porn.
I think that.
They
Oh, bro,
might be, bro.
everybody's watching
Young?
porn, bro.
Did you say not?
Yeah, I mean,
I think they
feel
might
I
be,
think it's
bro.
mostly old
I
people.
think they might be, bro.
No, everybody that is thinking about sex is watching porn.
I mean, not as much as like people that are seasoned.
Seasoned,
You know,
like that get pussy or get dick.
That's a weird. I don't know.
So you think people that have sex more are watching more porn?
yeah,
Hell no.
because some of the porn is
Nah.
releasing
Nah.
or
Look at the comments. You can tell those
It's all
people
about
aren't having
fantasy,
sex.
Those people, you can tell those people
Yeah,
are
but those
not
people
used
are
to talking to
still
other
having sex
people.
more. I mean, I didn't really. I don't want to say this. To your point earlier. I didn't like. I could only imagine if you started watching porn when you're like 14 and
Mhm.
watching on like a regular basis.
Mhm.
That's gonna put you down
gonna-
a specific path
That's gonna
of
fuck
the
you up.
type of
bro.
sex that you're
You
trying
might
to
start,
have.
and you might
Yeah,
start
it's-
killing people.
For real,
You might
me
start
up.
killing people.
you know.
But
Like-
this nigga said it fucked me up.
No, for real, man. Because like, yeah, this shit. Because let's be honest, 99% of porn, 99.9, it's unrealistic, right?
Yeah. You good?
Let's double check and make sure. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you
Making
should-
sure it's still recording.
Yeah. Good check. Good check. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's unrealistic. 99% of porn is
I just
unrealistic.
there's been
you know?
times where I ain't gonna lie. I just was like, man, I don't even feel like this shit. That I like had opportunities, and I'm just like, I'd rather just beat it and get back to my day.
it's quick,
Yeah,
it's quick
I've
and
been there.
easy. You know,
Yeah.
So I just was
Effortless.
wondering
don't really
how.
have to clean up much.
I was just wondering
I think
how
anybody who tells
common
you-
that was, and
Anybody who tells you that that's not the case is lying.
Oh, yeah.
But to your point, though, I mean, the situation.
It's
you'd
what I'm saying.
rather
It's
have
got to
sex.
still be situational. I mean, what are
it's
you doing in
situational.
that? You know,
But
Right.
there's still been situations.
I guess what's the
where-
percentage of it that is the case where you'd rather just be like, all right, I'm gonna do my own thing and get back to my day.
where if they're both in front of you and available,
Yeah.
you're gonna choose
That's
that one
the-
over this one.
Yeah, as a man.
Right.
Hey.
I think there's a ton of people that would rather just watch some wild shit and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I can kind of control what I'm doing
Yeah,
here.
what if you were into some really wild shit and you wanted some wild shit, but you knew that like the sex that you had available
Was
just
not
gonna be
wild,
some
right.
super mundane shit.
Mundane.
See, that's even
on a
that
Monday.
situational then, because
Let's
that's
be real,
the
we've
situation
all-
is your girl or whoever it is terrible at sex.
Mm. Maybe it has a
Yeah.
lot to say about your girl too, but
Let's be real. We've all busted harder from jacking off than actual sex sometimes.
this is getting crazy.
I'm not gonna go that
This
far.
is getting wild. I could
had some
never.
pretty
I don't know if I could say that.
Yeah, I don't think
Busted
I don't think I can say
better
that
than
either.
sex sometimes.
You might be need to have some better sex, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god!
It's all mental at the end of the day. Like,
It is all
This goes back to the mental health thing too, man. I mean, sometimes you just let's be honest.
right. We just got to start
It is
promoting
good for
these.
your health. though.
It is. That's what I'm saying. That's actually a misconception
I
too. I
should be the
think
healthiest motherfucker
that
in
women
here,
think
then.
watching porn is like them. You're cheating on them.
Oh no, yeah, they got to grow up.
When
Yeah.
in reality, it's like
Yeah,
that's not what this is.
You're dumb
This is
asshole
just
if you
me.
think
This
that.
might be stopping me from cheating on you.
Right.
Yeah, would probably piss him off more.
I've
True,
seen,
but
I've
I
seen
mean-
But
some.
you're right. But you're not wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
right.
I've seen some. I actually don't even want to bring that up because who knows who's gonna be watching. But
Come on, that's just
no, we can't do it. We can't do it. We'll talk after the fact. But yeah, I just wanted to get to know that. Like, so situationally, how many times are people, if they had both options, how many times are they gonna choose watching porn over
There's
actually
a lot
having
of
sex?
advantages.
A lot of gamers, a lot of PC gamers are probably jacking off more.
There's a lot of advantages from jacking off more than
You're probably
sex.
right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably still taking sex more often, but I guarantee you, I think any guy would be lying if they said that they never have ever chose beating off over having sex.
So do you think,
I think
the
beating up
percentage,
takes
what
your-
do you think the percentage is? Do you think if you had to take a percentage, do you think you're going to 60-40 that? Which
It's
way?
Probably, I mean, people are still probably choosing sex more often.
It's more work. It's more expectations.
It is. I still think the sex
It's
would
more
probably be heavier.
expectations.
Unless you just got somebody that's just happy to be there, you know,
Just
just
enjoys the ride.
I don't know. That's the way. I can't think of a situation where if it's a chick that I wanted to fuck
mm.
Nah, you're
versus
thinking-
that I would pick porn over that.
Nah,
I can't
you're
think of a
thinking-
single situation in that.
Okay,
really.
not, or were you talking about porn or just beating off?
But what if you're fucking that chick all the
I
time?
think he said
Bro,
porn.
what if you
but-
got- what if you guys
but
have been
beating
married
off,
for,
same
like,
difference.
20 years,
Mm.
30 years.
Mm.
It's been the same sex for 30 years.
Mm.
If it's been 20 or 30 years,
she
then
was
I probably
there and
can't
she
go
was
up
just
there and
like-
just get it whenever I want to. You know?
Absolutely not.
You got to put it on the schedule.
Yeah.
Once you even start having kids with a person, or you start like, even if you live with a person, once you done heard a couple farts come out their ass, you know what I'm saying, and you done seen their bitch tendencies and shit, a lot of that sex shit starts to die down. And your shit too, probably.
I guess
annoys them.
the problem is it's I don't know if the question's specific enough because in my head I'm thinking if
It's
there's
a
a chick
very-
right here that's ready to
But-
go right now,
but I
am I
said-
just gonna be like nah and
Nah,
grab my phone?
that's a
you know what I mean?
situation like that.
But you, like I said, that to my point earlier, you're not out here slaying, so you probably want to take that. You know what I'm saying? Because you killed it on the other side,
But like I said earlier, my standards are way too damn high probably. So
which could be another topic for another day. But just a little fun thing I wanted to
Let's
talk
more
about.
about these type of things.
No, yeah, we will. I just want to switch it up a little bit today. Start
good.
talking about, we got Dr. Oz over here, fucking
Talking about me?
Stockmaster.
Nah, don't call me
Dr. Oz. He looks like he's supposed to be on TV with
Oh,
that haircut.
speaking of Dr. Oz, I think it was actually Dr. Phil, but that what's her called chick?
oh yeah,
What's
Bad
that?
Baby.
Catch Me Outside chick.
See that?
Oh,
Made
yeah.
6 million.
Porn.
The
Look at
only
the
in 6
fans
hours.
thing.
Transition game is going
Is that
crazy.
gonna be a regular seat from now on, or what?
That is crazy. This girl wouldn't let him. I don't think so. But
After this porn talk, who knows?
if she sees this, she's gonna go wild on you. But
You gonna be on next week like I actually live here
Regular
now.
fill in, yeah.
she's like, you're in the doghouse, bruh. But that was,
Anyway, yeah. So 6 hours, $1 million. That's
oh yeah,
what she made.
As
Did
soon
she-
as she turned
we-
18.
okay.
That's what I was gonna
See-
ask. Did she just turn 18? Is that why she just?
just
Yeah,
turned
yeah,
18.
she
What
just
does
turned
that-
18.
what does that say about men?
That's what I said. We were talking
These
about it.
niggas were waiting for her to
I
become
think me
available.
and Johnny and I can't remember who it was. It was like four of us talking about it, and
Call of Duty, right?
it was on Call of Duty actually. Yeah, and we were saying
Nasty
that just
conversation.
shows like how many dudes were like obsessed with this 16, 17-year-old chick. you know?
Okay.
Cause you know them people that are paying for the OnlyFans aren't 18, 19, 20 years old.
Most of the subscribers are probably just straight weirdos and
I
Right,
just found out
exactly.
her little price was like $18 to join.
because she's 18 years old. That's
Yeah.
nuts. That's
Don't-
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Okay, so props to her for her hustle. We don't even know if she was getting butt naked or even doing crazy shit. Because you
yeah,
can
not
do
knocking
whatever
her at
you
all.
want. You can do whatever you
Get
want
your
on
money,
there.
whatever.
There's somebody on OnlyFans that was running around acting like a dog or a horse or some shit, making a ton of money.
You said somebody like it's not like 20,000 people that
Wait,
do that.
It was a
probably.
chick
They were
like
doing
doing
what?
doing the horse shit or whatever, running around pretending to be a horse, making money. And
there are people that like that shit, man.
What does that say about humans?
Nah, there's some weird shit,
No.
man. Back to the comments.
We don't
want
wanna
to
talk about
weird
humans.
shit.
You saw some of those comments?
No, I'm just talking about like you click
If
on
you
comments
look at the
anything,
comments,
you know,
yeah.
just some people, just some fucked
So
up people.
men been waiting for her. I mean, they've noticed her. I hate to say this, they've noticed her tits from a long time. You know, since she came out.
From when she was like 15, which is why it's.
Which I didn't know she was as young as she was when she was, because I thought, well, her tits are pretty huge, so maybe she's older.
She never looked her age.
But then once I found the age, I was like, ew,
Right.
gross. Never had any fantasies. But niggas are out here doing that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Old niggas.
yeah, it speaks volumes on the.
I
She
do-
knew she'd be able to capitalize
Probably
off
put a
that.
fucking X under her goddamn calendar. For
I
the
bet.
calendar.
But the
She
thing
probably
is,
promoted the shit
she
too,
probably
though,
had-
man. There's
she
no
had
way
a
all of a
tab.
sudden was just like, oh, she's 18 again. Let me go check. See, she's got an OnlyFans. She's probably promoting this shit.
I think
like,
that's the wave now. If you're a fucking reject celebrity, and you're a female,
I don't think she's a reject celebrity. She made a lot of money off music.
Yeah, but she hasn't been relevant.
you
now
know
in
one
how
of her
long, bro.
songs?
That's a reject celebrity, bro.
So, what?
you heard one of her songs. You know one of them.
Nah, but she has millions of views.
Yeah, it's not because she's.
She's
Or I say it's
getting
because of her
views.
music.
It's not. It's not because she's a successful music artist.
But celebrity means you just know.
Okay, she's a celebrity and she's been rejected from mainstream public eye. And
Has
when's
she?
the last time you heard of her
Yes.
before this time?
Yes.
It was the last time she tried to do some shit.
Exactly, because she can't do some shit maybe. Anyway, so she's getting it popping. I guess I don't really care too much. Niggas been waiting
No, I
on her to
just
turn
want-
18.
yeah.
She's finna get.
We talked about a lot of good shit.
She finna
I know
stab.
Ryan's over here looking at his watch. His girl's getting
No, I
ready
just
to
no man.
get on his ass.
No,
I
we're
don't,
good, bro.
We're good. You hear him?
okay, I'm just look at this nigga. Ramon's loving this. We've eclipsed the 2-hour mark. I've been trying so hard to not have 2-hour episodes, but
We've been talking for 2 hours already.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's okay.
It's been good convo. Anything else y'all want to touch on? Specifically that I didn't bring up. Anything that I'm missing?
Some movies you want to talk about?
We could talk about the movies, but
Why did we miss the movies?
we didn't miss the movies. I mean, we always do the movies at the end.
I thought that we do the movies at the beginning. I thought.
Nigga, are you tripping?
This is episode 7, bro.
I'm tripping.
Bro. Okay, nothing else it sounds like?
I got nothing.
Movies.
Movies. Okay. So, this week for movies, we had 2. We had, can you pull up Bad Trip? Because I don't even know everybody's name.
Pull that shit. I was just gonna say pull
We
the
did-
shit. 'Cause I don't know the actor's name.
We
Was
did-
he the dude from Get Out?
Yeah, Lil Rel was in Get Out. He had his own show. I think he's from the wing of like the Kevin Hart wing
I
of.
thought he was under like Key and Peele's wing.
He was in that show.
2020?
These guys were on that one show.
And that's Eric Andre, is
Yeah,
it? Eric Andre's kind of
Andre.
crazy, wild, funny.
I actually don't like his face.
So this
Real.
Bad Trip movie, it's featuring
It's a different kind of face.
what's the old girl's name again?
I don't even know, bro.
So Tiffany Haddish is in this movie.
She's just going downhill. Sorry.
Yeah, she's not funny to me, and she plays these overly comedic roles that are just. She's like, she likes to get her laughs from saying shit like,
My pussy hairy, and
"My pussy hairy like a booty."
that's funny, but we've heard it before.
That sounds like some random shit you hear on GTA.
Pull up to somebody on the
You know what
corner.
I'm saying? Driving by
One of the
somebody.
little
Hairy like a
prostitutes on the
booty.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You know what I mean?
Shit.
Not even just driving by. You ain't even stopping. You'll hear some wild shit like that.
Pussy hairy like a booty.
Seriously, tell me I'm
Shit.
lying.
Yeah, they do be saying some random ass shit on
Wild
GTA.
shit. That's why I don't want to let my nephew play that shit to this day.
She sucked my dick on the elevator, bro. I'm like, oh, I'm like, damn.
But anyway, so we got Bad Trip. Ryan, you tried to watch it, right?
Yeah, man. I got like 20, 30 minutes in. I turned that shit
That's
off.
about it, huh?
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep till right around that point, but I woke back up. I figured I was in the same position, like just knowing what was going on, understanding the story. Probably missed out on a couple little pranks.
I watched an hour.
You didn't get through it all?
Did anybody make it through this whole
Make through it
movie?
all?
I didn't even try to. I when I sent it in the group text, you said that you fell asleep on it, and we said we were doing something different this week, so I didn't even attempt to watch it.
Here's my
that
problem.
new for Matt?
It's just
it is.
it's just a bit too just
jackasses.
not even
Fake jackasses.
Yeah, it's just too goofy, man. Like just too.
There was a few funny things in there when I like.
What makes it any different from like Jackass shit?
Oh,
I mean, it
bad
doesn't. Doesn't really. You know,
what makes it different?
It doesn't.
They're black.
Did you enjoy that shit?
Yeah, but that's also like the first, like when Jackass first
That's
came out.
because they were in your bag.
It was
They
original.
were in that. They were in your bag.
No,
doing that.
these dudes are in like a. I know what you're thinking. These dudes are in a white boy bag too. So I know that's what you were thinking. Like when,
White boy
the
bag.
beginning when the dude gets his suit sucked off.
That's funny.
That's not a black person thing.
That's a white guy thing.
Yeah, it's a white guy thing.
So
Yeah.
you didn't like that? You know, you thought that was funny.
No.
You know, you thought that was funny.
I just this whole bit. I just kind of am over it. I guess I don't know.
I thought it was funny seeing some of the people's reactions to some of the.
Yeah, that's always yeah.
I thought the barbershop shit was kind of funny.
Actually, you know when I turned it off when they were in the mall and they started dancing.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
I'm like,
off
this
that
is
shit.
this is.
that
corny
was
as
very
fuck.
Jackass-ish, like ending of a Jackass movie.
But it was like 20 minutes into the movie.
Right.
This one, I'm like, oh, this is. Corny.
So yeah, Bad
The
Trip.
people's reactions were funnier than the
Lil
movie.
Rel, he's throwing his name at the end. Lil Rel Howery, Eric Andre, who also wrote some of the movie with. I think Jackass producers are involved, right?
Not sure.
Matt did. We usually are relying on Matt to have some of these fucking details,
I didn't know these details.
but he didn't watch the movie, so fuck, that's crazy. But anyways, I got to the end like once I woke up and I kind of watched it at the end or whatever. Very predictable, ended very lame. I know some people are gonna love this comedy and some people are just gonna have a ball, like the same people who loved fucking Coming to America, the sequel.
I was gonna say I
I got
definitely
so
saw
many
some.
arguments over that movie.
I don't
I
want.
definitely saw some positive
Yeah, I don't want to say.
comments
Y'all
on like
expected too
Facebook
much.
and stuff.
Well, it's coming to America.
I don't want to say it was bad. It just wasn't for me. You know, just the goofy.
I just knew it was gonna be some goofy shit, whatever. It was on some Jackass shit. They had a little story and a theme line. The story was obviously like just stupid. It's a stupid movie, so you can get away with that. Eric Andre be doing wild shit, so it was interesting to see some of the shit he was gonna try to pull. This movie's not really worth talking about. They had a couple funny pranks. I thought it was funny as hell. It was one of his dreams about him meeting up with the girl. I don't know who got to this point.
Started kissing her past.
Hold on. So he had a dream they were getting married in a park, and this is probably some shit they shot. They shot it for real with random people, and like I probably try to get as many random public people to this like public wedding or whatever in a park, and niggas like you can now kiss the bride, kisses his bride. And then the pastor steps in, and then he kisses the pastor.
He said, "You can kiss me too."
He said, "Now you can kiss me too." And then the pastor kisses, and then the pastor kisses the bride, and then they start triple kissing.
He grabs her and brings her.
And then you could just see this old lady sitting down, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And she could just tell she's like old, and she's just like, "The world is fucked. We're all going to hell." Like, so some of those moments were funny as hell. That his clothes getting blown off was kind of funny in front of
the dick and the Chinese.
I didn't see that part.
They had what that shit called? The Chinese where you put your fingers.
Oh, they had both of their dicks in a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah, he walked in the barbershop.
They walked in a barbershop.
Chased him out with a knife. Like,
I kind of seen that part, but I was in and out. But I did see that. That shit looked goofy. Was that their real dicks in there?
I don't know, bro. It looked really real.
It looked really real.
That's some shit Eric Andre would come up with. You know he's mixed. You know he's doing some shit.
That's the white That's the white It's the Johnny Knoxville.
Oh my, that's some Johnny Knoxville shit all
really
day. Motherfuckers like put their dicks for a Lil Rel to do that though. Like whoa, that's nuts. Props to him for stepping out of his box. But
I guess he thought he was gonna get a lot of money for this movie.
So they had a few like pretty funny ass like pranks. I fell asleep on this movie. I didn't, watch it all the way through because this fucking story was obviously dumb.
The nigga reactions were funny.
Did you see the one where Tiffany Haddish came from under the jail bus and it was a nigga that was doing
I couldn't tell if he was acting.
You know how they make you do service when you if you go to jail and they're like, you got to do this kind of service.
Like community service?
Yeah.
Is it called? I think it's called something else. I've done it once or twice, but
you have to wear that fucking jacket.
SCD.
To go pick up the garbage on the side of the highway and shit.
Yeah.
he was washing his building and they parked a little jail bucks right next to him and she climbed up under it like, hey, is the guard gone? And then she pulls up in like an orange suit and she's like, yeah, you go. And then he's like, go, get away from me. And then she runs and she's like, thank you, you're my accomplice and all this shit. And then the cop comes like, did you see anybody? And it's funny like watching this nigga lie, you know. And then she comes back and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get away from me. Yeah, so
I think we gotta go check out some of the. I mean, it's just
funny. This is just
is it worth me watching?
It's not some shit you're gonna sit here and take seriously.
It's funnier than Coming to America.
It is better than Coming to America. I'll say that.
It's not saying much, but all right.
But you know, it's just some giggles. Just like what reason would you watch Jackass for? In what context are you gonna watch that movie?
We were also like 19 when that shit came out.
I feel you, but if you were to watch it now, in what space would you be?
Yeah. My white friend showed it to me.
Probably get high.
This nigga said my white friend showed it to me. Yeah, you said, you know.
Trick question on his white friends.
Smoking weed is, you know, obviously goes hand in hand with these movies.
Yeah, maybe I should.
I've never smoked weed watching Jackass, but I imagine it would be insane.
Well, the one they did like 3D.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
They
relied so much on like dick shots. It was too much.
There was a lot of dick in Jackass, that's for sure.
That's what the 3D was. It was 3D
Especially
dicks.
Bam,
Yeah.
sure.
Like it started off with them.
Always out.
No. Old boy Chris Pontius was just trying to show his dick whenever he could. You know, the party boy.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyways, this movie, not a ton worth talking about. Kind of funny here and there, stupid though at the same time. Tiffany Haddish trying her best to be funny. Yeah, she, you know, whatever. Stupid role, stupid movie, but you know, you can get away with that in this kind of movie.
Was any of this needed?
Her character wasn't needed.
This is a little laugh. You can get some laughs from this. You can just watch it tonight. You get some laughs from it.
All right, I'll see if I mean, I gotta go to bed at some point, so we'll see how long I last.
We'll watch it tomorrow.
It's only like an hour and 20 minutes.
What do we give this movie, Ramon?
3.
Brian?
Out of 5.
Well, out of 10. Out of what you didn't. It's funny because we didn't make it through.
Dude, if you only watched 30 minutes of it, I mean.
Yeah, from what I saw, I really didn't care for it, man. It's just really not for me. But yeah, maybe I have to go give it a second chance.
Yeah, you gotta repeat it. You got some of your flavor in there. It's in there.
Why you keep saying that?
Jackass. you said you like Jackass.
Some of your flavor.
Did you not like Jackass?
Yeah, when I was 19.
Some of your flavor.
But you couldn't appreciate Jackass.
Spoiler alert, the flavor is vanilla.
I like the shit they did. I mean, it's creative. I was just like, man, when I started dancing, I'm like, I'm just not in the mood for
exactly
this.
like Bad
That's
Grandpa.
Jackass, though.
I understand that. But that was also, that came out when I was like a teenager.
But if Jackass is working on a new movie,
so you're not watching Jackass now, is what you're saying. Basically.
They're about to drop a Jackass 4. You're gonna watch it. I know you are.
Apparently,
it's okay. They just didn't package this correctly.
Maybe not.
They made it look like it was about to be a movie, and it's not a movie.
I was gonna say when you guys started talking about it, I had no idea it was like that. I thought it was like a legit movie.
It's a little uncomfortable for some of the scenes.
I think that's what part of Taurus was like. I'm not showing up this fucking stupid ass fucking movie.
You probably watched this. Like, this is dumb as shit.
what the fuck is these niggas talking about?
Yeah, the fuck. I'm not watching this shit.
Anywho, man.
Get the dick stuck together.
The fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I give it like a 3.5 out of 10. It's kind of funny, make you giggle.
So y'all gave it a 3.25 and told me to go home and watch it tonight.
It's not on.
I didn't. Like, I wasn't laughing. I was just.
It's kind of funny, bro.
I was like.
I mean, what would you rate like the best Jackass movie? What are you gonna rate that? You gonna rate it fucking high as hell?
I mean, all of them are fucking terrible. They're just funny.
Some of them are funny as hell. You know, it's just
Bad Grandpa was good. Okay.
Bad Grandpa was. It's like the same as Bad Grandpa. This movie is basically. So 3.5, kind of funny. Get some giggles out of it. Dumbass movie, you know. But But yeah, the next one we got King Kong versus
Kong.
Godzilla versus King Kong. Pull that up. I didn't realize this was a sequel. I don't think, Ryan, you said you didn't watch it, right?
Just the ending.
You just caught the ending.
Yeah.
Moan's got some details to dig in on this, so I'm gonna let Moan do most of the talking. I watched the movie, Godzilla versus King Kong. I didn't realize it was a sequel to the last Godzilla movie that actually came out.
2018 or 17 or something like that, right?
Something like that.
Last Godzilla movie I watched was like 1998 or some shit.
And y'all have heard me say
Japanese
this, like,
ones?
No,
no, it's probably like Godzilla in New York,
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Madison Square Garden.
I mean, I liked it as a kid.
I told you and said this on the last few episodes. I watched so many fucking Godzilla movies because of my dad, and I just hated them. But he was watching the old ones.
Did you watch the anime?
Hell no, I ain't watched
Cartoon
that.
Network?
Just Godzilla anime.
No,
Cartoon Network.
I don't like it to begin with. Why am I gonna watch it? So, but with that being said, this movie actually did a decent job of keeping me somewhat interested in watching it. I was on Matt's HBO Max. Shout out to Matt.
I got mine. Either way, but we're not gonna talk about that.
They did a decent job of, I mean, you know, it was a fucking movie. Some of these movies, I don't even know how much more I want to keep talking about movies, because some of these movies are such fucking movies. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
I know what you're
You're
talking about.
critiquing my critique because I'm forgetting that it's a movie. I'm expecting like storylines to be solid, plot lines to be
I understand
realistic.
what you're talking about, but this is not that type of movie to be having like deep plots and shit.
And that's what bothered me slightly. But you know, we got
Why
some.
is the building not breaking?
We got some characters. Yeah, like buildings were breaking before. You know, this motherfucker just checked his shoulder into the building. That building should crack a little bit.
But yeah, it was a cool moment.
But as
How
far
many
as
people would have died if that was a real
Millions
thing, bro?
of people.
Oh,
fucking died in
legit
this movie.
millions of people.
the entire city died. I mean, everybody died. But
I didn't see one dead body though.
the actors we got on there is Millie Bobby Brown. We got the old boy from fucking ATL, the rapper from
Is that where he's
ATL.
from? Okay.
What's his name? Damn, why they got him so low on the fucking Brian Tyree Henry?
I didn't know his name before that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Got 11 on here.
Got a couple people in there. The story's interesting, man. They brought Kong into the world. I like how they got a whole little separate world that they got a.
What's it called?
It's called Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth. Yeah.
It's like a little dimension within Earth, and all. It's dope. They did a little. They took their time.
$160 million budget.
Under?
$160 million budget.
How do you feel about that budget?
Isn't that kind of low?
I thought it was low too, because Avengers is like $300 million.
So that money had to have gone towards CGI because the actor
It
was
had to have
trash.
gone towards
CGI.
CGI, yeah.
And most of the movie was CGI, so.
Even the cities and shit, yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they did with Kong and with they had their little battles.
Even though I felt like this movie was more about Kong than anything.
Right, more than
Yeah, it definitely was.
yeah. Are they setting it up for us? Is there a sequel or is it done?
I don't think it's gonna be a sequel to this. Who else is he gonna fight?
I mean, you sure they're not going to fight each other again? Because they didn't really.
They kind of
just,
left it off and
right.
was like, oh, we'll kind of fuck each other
Right,
up.
they kind of stood up like they were
Do
going
we
to
wanna
fight
see the niggas
afterwards.
fight again after this movie though? I don't know. What more can they offer us?
Who won the battle
Godzilla beat the fuck out of him.
out of King Kong?
Yeah.
Did he beat the fuck out of him? Because remember they were like,
damn near died.
remember they like looks like Kong got
Kong
round two.
Yeah.
Kong damn near died.
Kong damn
But
near
didn't they say
died
looks like Kong
twice.
got round two?
I mean,
Yeah, but then Godzilla came back and beat his ass after
after he
round
said
two was
that.
like over. After he said that, yeah, he woke back up and was like, "All right, bet."
So Godzilla won.
Godzilla probably won
2 out of
I
the
mean,
3
if we're
rounds.
talking, if we're talking like a UFC
talking
fight,
about
and we're scoring rounds.
Talking about battle
Godzilla
rap.
won. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Battle rap.
So, but
Godzilla
Godzilla
won.
wasn't trying to fight at the end. It looked like Kong was ready to give him that work at the end.
Them niggas, they both look like that. They was testing each other's manhood. Like,
But Godzilla was like, nah, I'm going to just keep it moving.
he did get beat the fuck up.
So,
by others.
Moan, you actually acting like you got a lot of the details, so I'm trying to figure out. So they're both from Hollow Earth, right?
Yeah.
So does Godzilla be there or what?
There was a whole group of his people there, and Kong's people, and they were in a war.
And they were all in that room, like skulls and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, the whole fucking Hollow Earth.
So how did they both end up on Earth?
That I have no idea.
Because I'm just trying.
I thought Kong was from Skull Island. Where
I guess Skull Island, a piece of it's just like a piece of it is
Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth.
I don't know that detail, but all I know is they was in a war like a long ass time ago, and they're the only two left from their kind.
Well, obviously there's other motherfuckers there on that planet still, because one of them almost killed Kong.
Well, there's not other them creatures though.
There's
There's other creatures, but no more Kong.
Oh, Godzilla.
Right.
Which kind of sucks
Those
because
skullhead creatures killed Kong's whole family.
it'd be in the Skullhead. I didn't see those.
The one
ones.
from Skull. That's the one
From
from
Skull
Skull Island,
Island,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one from the Kong movie.
The Peter
Is there
Jackson
a Kong
ones.
movie?
The Peter Jackson one. Yeah, the one that came out in like 2014 or whatever.
2005.
So is
Holy shit, was it longer?
is that
Yeah.
movie
Damn.
connected to this movie? Then are they all?
I didn't see any.
I don't know if
connection.
it's connected. There, but like he was saying, like the lore or whatever you want to call it it's all the same.
Right, I guess.
Fun fact, I read King Kong was 25 feet in that movie in 2005.
Yeah, he was definitely a lot smaller than he was in this movie.
He's like 394 feet.
Yeah, he was definitely a lot smaller in that Kong movie.
I think that's justified.
Because he holds old girl in her hand, and she's like the size of his mouse.
Yeah.
In his hand in that movie, and then in this movie,
she's like a finger.
right, like a fingernail.
Yeah. I was satisfied for what it was. I mean, I was going in with very low expectations. Maybe I need to start doing that not more, you know? Maybe we should all just start having lower expectations for everything.
I mean, everything we got from the trailers.
Was the hot shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but they did a decent job with the story, too. I mean,
I didn't really give a fuck about
the-
I was
what
gonna say,
they
I
were
thought the
saying.
story was kind of corny, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, like the characters like Millie Bobby Brown and Brian and all that
They
shit
didn't
was
really
whatever.
add
Well, there were-
much to the movie.
There were two separate storylines going on.
But the story,
One.
like the world, actually, what I was most appreciative of was the worlds they created. And the only character I really cared or gave a fuck about was the little girl.
Yeah,
Everybody else could suck a dick, eat an ass.
basically.
But
Strong words, all right.
I feel like the world they created and the little
I mean,
what
that
they
could
were
be-
putting together was good enough for me to be
that
like,
can
all right,
build
this is
to the
decent.
future,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I was interested in that. Everybody else acting and shit, they just, the movie ain't even about them, so like whatever, you know what I mean? Mecha Godzilla.
that was a hard fight.
It was
That
cool.
was the kind of corny part with me, though.
He was
the Mechagodzilla
ragdolling
thing.
Godzilla.
I watched the movie to see Kong versus Godzilla, not them to team up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the same shit they did in Batman vs Superman.
Right.
You
Trash
knew
is-
You
that.
kind of expect
called
that from
this shit
Batman and Superman, though.
Trashiest
I was calling
DC
this
movie
shit.
of all time.
We're not.
all
We already
trash.
did that. We already did that. So
They're all trash.
You can kind of see that coming with, Batman and Superman. But these, I mean,
The fight scenes were 10 out of 10, definitely though.
good fight
the
scenes.
CGI was good. The
CGI
action
was
was
fucking
the
beautiful.
action was good. Yeah, they did a really good job at that.
They didn't cut no corners with CGI on this movie.
You saw some of the ending. What you was thinking?
Yeah, the part that I saw was cool. I mean, obviously, they didn't catch like the backstory on it all, but yeah, like you said, the CGI.
Did it look
shit
like
was cool.
something you was gonna double back on and be like, oh, maybe I'll check it out?
Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, probably get to it.
Other than what we're saying, I mean, CGI, everything.
It was. We got what we wanted from it. Great fight scenes.
Right. I think it was a good movie. My son was even watching it actually a little bit.
Yeah.
He was
with my
into
son
King
too,
Kong,
actually.
and he was. It's funny. My son, when Godzilla shot that thing for one of the first times, he was like, "Whoa!" Like, so my son was into it. That
Son did
means
that.
it-
That's funny.
Like a little Easter egg, Dragon Ball Z shit in
they
there.
had a couple little
beam
Dragon Ball
struggles.
beam struggles in there.
That's funny. I didn't even like.
I don't got
You
a
didn't
ton
correlate
to.
I didn't even. Right. I didn't even. Yeah.
I don't got a ton to say about it. Not a huge Godzilla fan to get from the Giddy, King Kong. I guess I was more rooting for King Kong. Who
Because
were you?
we've seen.
Who
better.
were you rooting for? He was an ape. Maybe is that like my? Was that like our evolutionary side? Like
I think just because the Kong movies are better than the Godzilla movies. in
ape's
general.
more like a human. He was beating his chest.
Yeah,
like
Kong
I
is
feel like I
more
could connect with
relatable.
I
him.
think you said it earlier. They gave Godzilla everything, right?
Yeah.
You have to fucking.
Godzilla
shoots
was.
nuclear
I fuck
fucking
with
power
Godzilla
out of his
hard.
mouth.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Nuclear
It's
power?
nuclear
He
like
gets his power
energy.
from
Yeah,
nuclear energy.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, you would. So he's got nuclear.
Kong's just Kong.
Because the Godzilla used to just spit out lava, flame,
It
right?
wasn't
Fire
lava,
or
bro.
whatever it was.
Just
It was
fire.
plasma.
I was gonna say yeah, because it would cut like buildings in half, bro. It wasn't fire. You know?
There was one where it was just fire back in the day.
Nah, it's not fire. It's never been
I don't
fire.
even think they had the concept of plasma yet back then in some of these
It
movies.
was always blue.
No, so, I remember red.
The old movies are in black and white. How would you know what color it was?
No, I'm talking about like cartoons and shit.
Don't nobody watch the cartoons,
I
bro.
watched the cartoon faithfully. How you niggas didn't watch Cartoon Network Godzilla?
I never
When did
even
that come
heard
out?
of it.
I didn't really watch cartoons though. That's part of it.
Anywho,
You
man.
watching porn?
Yes.
I guess I'm cool on it. You know, it was a decent movie. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a. Is that how you be sounding and shit? Out of a 10, I'm gonna give it a 4.8.
A 4.8.
Where you at, Mo?
6.5.
I was giving it a 5.5.
Just because of the fight scenes and
Bet
the
you
CGI.
can't calculate that.
I know you put the 4.8 in there just to do that to me. I know you did that. That was. Give me a second. Yeah, that's a lot of math. I don't really want to do. It's like a. It's like a
What would
3
you give the
point.
ending?
No, not 3 point. It's like a
It was
5
cool,
point.
you know, from what I
You,
saw.
you seen
It's like a 5.6. Is it a 5.6?
No, nigga, don't try. I already figured it out. Don't try to act like you just came through and just figured it out.
It was cool.
He got upset.
Anyway,
He's mad that his 4.8 didn't throw me off enough. That's what it was.
no, it took you a long time.
I-
Anyways, that's all I got to say about the movies. It's getting late. Y'all niggas have been here too long. I've been fresh way too long. I got to come down. So,
Pause.
that's all I got. Y'all got anything to say as we close here? Ryan was on the show. I think it was a good show. Might have been one of our better shows.
Threw off the ratio a little bit, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah, he
Maybe the
did.
ratio got just right. Who knows?
He said
Well,
maybe it's
yeah.
just right. Any feelings? Anything else? Otherwise, we out of here.
Great show.
All right. I'm Shinobi Gaines. It's Ryan Lucy. I'm at the problem on. Aim for the bushes. Nigga, we out of here. I'm done doing all the outros.